All right. So, okay. So we'll start here. So let's talk about what happened in the last session.
Don't mess with that stuff. Put it down.
Do I have a volunteer to recap us?
I don't have inspiration. I'll do it.
Ryan, put it down.
Okay. Then how about a recap?
Put
All right.
it down.
So the last session was session
One.
2. We had finished a battle and we were in
I'm
pretty
fixing to
bad
spank your
shape.
butt.
In the first battle, Stefan went down, but we brought him back up.
Go.
We found an orc captain and a giant spider torturing a halfling. The halfling was from Stellenford, the city that was sent us in order to rescue the two people. He was our two entities. He was one of the two that had been kidnapped by the orcs. So after pumping him for a little bit of information, we kind of showed him the door and let him go back to Stellenford. He did tell us that Alterac, the cleric that we were interested in, was in the eastern part of the caverns. We happened to be in the west, so we walked kind of over to the eastern. We finally found the chieftain's room, went into the chieftain, and there was the chieftain, his concubine, which we assume was the what was she? She was some sort of magic user that went down real quick, and a couple of big other orcs. It was a pretty tough battle, the toughest one we've had so far. We did manage to win. We let his harem go. We found the cleric, and we have returned to Stalinford.
Okay.
Do you
Thank
think
you.
the chief also said she went down fast?
Maybe. I'll let
Okay.
you go with that one.
Scott, who do you want to award inspiration to?
Who needs inspiration?
You do.
You and Nace.
I'll give it to Nace.
Okay. Nace, you get inspiration. So, hey, we have Sasha Wilson. Okay.
Hi, Sasha.
I'll rename you here.
Don't mind me.
I'll rename you here. Stefan, Steve. So are you audio? Are you just Zoom then, Steve?
Yeah, I'm only Zoom.
Okay. It's
man,
no problem.
Playing D&D old school.
I'm controlling your guy. If you have I don't know if you have any means of bringing the stream up, but if not, I'll describe everything. You can just tell me what you want to do. There's a good chance we're going to be pretty heavily social today anyway. So.
Well, I don't know if I can bring the stream up. That would be cool. Can you send me a link? Let me see.
Yeah, sure. I'll Facebook it to you. Twitch.tv/UGTV. And there's a copy of the stream. Although, you're going to need a headphone or something because you're going to hear us talk it's probably going to be really out of whack.
An echo.
If anything, you might just mute it and be able to see where the minis are, like on a little delay.
And use the Zoom.
If I thought about that. If I could share the screen, but if I do, I'm pretty sure it's going to mess up the cameras. I'll just try it.
It doesn't. You can actually pull the cameras to a second monitor if you want.
Oh, okay. Because that looks pretty messed up. How do I fix the cameras here?
What do you mean fix them? They're all on the right side of the screen and Brady Bunch order for me.
Oh, it's not that. I normally have them tiled to one whole half of a monitor. Let's see how this... I lined this up. Let's see how this looks.
Yeah, right now the stream is...
not even capturing that window. That's all right. I just need to tell it to capture a different window. Let's try this. Zoom. Is it this that I'm Nope. It is most certainly not that I'm capturing.
Mommy's calling you.
Okay.
Yeah, I heard that. Mommy's calling you.
Stop share.
I can hear your mother calling.
Here.
Your mother.
Cancel.
Mommy's calling.
Okay, there. Yeah, it won't capture it whenever I'm sharing the screen like that. Hold on. There's got to be a way I can do this. Share.
Well, if you can watch the stream.
I do have a way that we can do it. Steve, you're on Discord, right?
I don't know if Discord's going to work on an Ubuntu. See, I can only install.
Oh, okay. No. That's okay. We'll see what happens here. Let's just try it like this.
Yeah, it's old school D&D.
Okay.
Theater of the mind.
Yep. I'll log into Facebook, get that link, and follow the stream. Possibly.
All right.
We lost somebody.
His video's just off. Probably
You didn't
someone in
lose
the
me.
room.
I just muted my video for a second.
All right.
So where are we streaming? Is it Facebook Live or is it Twitch or?
Twitch.
Twitch.tv/UGTV.
Oh shit! One more time. Sorry.
Twitch.tv. It's in your Facebook. Or your messenger, I mean. So, you take Alaric and travel back to Stallenford. When you arrive there, you're greeted as heroes. Everyone is super thrilled. There's a superb meal given at the Hungry Halfling for all of you. As you're walking through the streets, people are pointing at you. You can hear like, "That's them. That's the ones who went to save him." So everybody's super pumped that you guys are back.
He's playing the DM, the dungeon master. The camera's facing me. You can't see you over here. I've just got the screen over there because the laptop's too small. I can't.
Does Tim know? We can hear him right now.
I don't know.
So,
I don't know.
Alaric begins the ceremony for everybody, for the town, and starts to celebrate the King's Festival. King Halog, King Holov, who we covered this before. He was one of the Trolldarn heroes that really saved the world.
You can watch us play. It's being streamed live on
kidding
Twitch.
me? Hold on. My wife is
You want to
messaging
worse
me.
than that? They're followers.
Okay.
They're followers. People watching it.
I don't know what's going on here.
Okay.
Tim, you're not on mute.
Can't
I'm
talk
not?
right now.
No.
Yep.
How am
Nope.
I not on?
Don't know.
Oh,
But you
well.
weren't.
Hello, hello.
Yep.
Hey,
Still
hello.
got you.
Hello, hello.
Still
No, let me
here.
suggest you don't use the restroom until you say, "Can you hear me?"
Try
Can you
using
hear
the
me?"
mute on Zoom.
Yeah,
You can
you
try
can
to
mute
use the
yourself
button
on.
on the
If you
headset.
just mute yourself on Zoom, I know the headset's supposed to. It is not working. It's not as bad as when Scott had a full piss on a hot mic.
That was such a classic.
It was like a Leslie Nielsen moment.
And the red light was on, so nobody could hear me.
Yeah.
But the red light wasn't
We heard
working.
him
Can totally
just
hear
fine.
him.
We've got a highlight of that clip on Twitch somewhere.
It's a good stream, though.
Okay.
Good stream.
So, anything in particular you're looking to do? Alaric promises that he will spend more time talking with you in the morning, but right now it's a 3-day festival and they're way behind, and he's just trying to get the services moving at the temple again, and get everything started again. He said he has something grave to talk to you about, that he would like to talk to you in the morning.
Scary.
But you have the evening. It's dark dusk by the time you arrive in the town. But you have the evening to do what you want. As I told you, your money's no good at the Hungry Halfling. Haribol is actually the halfling you saved. He actually got back about an hour before you guys, and everybody already knows about your heroics from him being there. And apparently Haribol is a cousin of the owner of the Hungry Halfling, and so your money's no good there.
Yes. Nice.
Not drinks though. Like you
Are
still
the
got to pay
stores
for
open?
drinks. I'm just kidding. You don't have to pay for drinks.
Are the stores
I
open? Is there
think
someplace we can go
maybe
to
we
provision?
should check our stuff out at the inn, identify what we need to before we go shopping.
That's
That's
not a bad
great.
idea.
We need an identify magic.
I have the identify spell, but we need a pearl worth 50 gold to do it. So
Is that
You talking
consumed?
about
Pearl with
identifying
100
all the
gold.
items?
Weedall's gonna go out into the merchants and try to find somebody that has a pearl.
We're talking
I'll
about
go with
identifying
you
all the
because
things
I
we picked
know
up?
you sometimes get sidetracked.
At the start of the
You go
festival, there is there is a market square, but it is shut down for the night.
Oh,
So outside of taverns, bars, and maybe hostels, there's nothing that's open right now.
Okay, Weedall's gonna
Everybody's
go back to
out,
the hungry.
kind of taking to the streets now. Lots of candlelit ceremonies and people screaming and yelling in the street, having a good time.
Weedall's gonna go back to the Hungry Halfling and tell Busy, nope, no pearls.
Tomorrow there'll be some pearls. I'm sure.
Yes. We should probably just take stock of our collection.
Okay.
Yeah, where was
So
that?
when you're talking about identifying everything, you're talking about the things that we picked up, determining what they are.
Yeah, if you look
Yeah,
at
the
the
magic
party
stuff.
sheet, there's quite a bit of stuff in there.
Right.
It's mostly that dagger that was magical because I do have
Yeah.
detect magic, but
So John can tell if something is magic or not, or Busy can, but he can't tell what it is. He can,
Leave it alone.
he can just get the Boolean yes or no. I guess we just kind of hang out, or we'd all
it's a
hang
great
out
time
and
for having some drinks.
Yep. Eat, have a couple of drinks,
Yeah.
BS with the locals.
I
Okay.
definitely need to go shopping. I need some mistletoe and some arrows.
Okay.
Everything's closed. We'll have to go in the morning.
All right. Fair enough.
Festival time, man. Everybody's partying.
Yeah. So it's just a jovial night of festivities. All the food you want. And then if you is anybody are you just staying in the Hungry Halfling? Is anyone going out to partake in the events?
What kind of events are happening in the town?
There's a dance at the town square. There is going to be a night parade festival of the running of the Beastmen.
Excellent.
There's
I'm
several different like roadside vendors. Just have all kinds of food. There is the color ceremonies to scare away the Beastmen. That's part of the running of the Beastmen, which would be a lot like the Hindu color festivals, like people throwing ink powder, like powders all over everybody. Town's about to get wasted, so you can hang out in Hungry Halfling. You can wade into it full blast.
I'm wading into the town to get wasted with the townsfolk. We've had our work. It's time to party.
Okay.
That sounds like
Anybody
a good
who's really
I'm
laying
following the
into it,
turtle.
give me a Constitution save, just to see how you hold up through the festivities.
A Constitution save.
Yeah. So on
Well-
your main character sheet, on the right you have on the main tab. It's the top tab. On the right you have saves. Just double click the one that says Constitution.
I just want to get drunk at the inn and go to bed.
Professional drinker.
You still want a constitution save?
Weedall's not interested in getting powders thrown on him.
Okay. So Busy, Karnan, it looks like Gamelon, Karnan, and Busy are the ones who went out to paint the
I'm
town.
going out. I'm going
Oh,
out.
okay. Oh, sorry. That's right. I have to roll your save. I forgot about that. Okay. So
Not good.
You're the
Oh my God.
drunkest.
You're going to definitely
right.
want to get a computer.
the only reason you guys make it back, to the Hungry Halfling at the end of the night is because Gamelon like drug you all over. He's completely unaffected. He's pounding sauce the whole night, but it's nothing.
It
So
pays to be.
450 pounds.
that's true. He is a big old turtle. So apparently it does help him put the liquor away. And so you end up back at the Hungry Halfling. The festivities are pretty awesome. Everybody's really in a good mood. Spirits are definitely higher with the threat of the orcs to the north, who've raided Stellenford several times in the last year. To know that, like, everybody, Alaric is assuring everyone, like, the orcs are gone. They're not coming back. They've been routed. Yeah, so just a general good feeling. Evening comes. It's pretty late, midnight, 1 in the morning. Everybody starts to kind of wind down. The town starts to go to sleep. You guys all going to bed?
Yes.
I think I'd have been in bed at
there's
this
plenty
point.
of festivity
Okay.
to go.
Sure.
You
It's
gotta
a 3-day
pace yourself.
festival. It's a
Yeah.
3-day
pace.
festival.
It is a 3-day
It's a
festival.
marathon, not a sprint.
When's it start though?
Need to pace ourselves.
Gamelon's like, when's it start? All right. So everybody turns in for the night. It's those of you who got plastered sleep really heavy. Gamelon, it's a nice relaxing night. You feel good. You've definitely You feel like you're in the right place with your deity. Everything just feels good. Nace, you have kind of a troubled, rocky sleep. Kind of wake up, fall asleep, wake up, fall asleep, and then you realize that at one point, like you wake up and you just, for whatever reason, you can't sleep, and you realize there's just a light coming under the door jamb. It's just blasting into the room. When you look over, Weedall's not phased at all by it. He's all curled up, slumped over, just sleeping like a dead cat. But you just can't
Hard
sleep from
knocks.
the bright light. It's like you don't know what is going on outside, but the door jamb is really bright, and it's getting brighter.
Can I like duck under my blankets?
Yeah, sure. You reach down and pull the blankets over your head, and for some reason the blankets are stuck. It's like they're tucked into the mattress too tight. You really pull, and you feel like the blankets, like you hear it, some of the stitches popping, and the blanket will not come loose from the end of the bed to cover your head up.
So like the room's lit up like a bright nightlight or something.
Kind of the floor is. The floor is almost glowing. There's so much light coming from under the door. And you notice the edges of the light, like where it's right on the door, you're starting to pick out as you wake up a little more and can focus a little better. You're seeing those familiar green tendrils are kind of laced on the light, almost like floating across the floor like smoke.
Familiar green.
Do I have a pillow?
You do?
Kind of like try to hit the floor and see if I can kind of knock them back.
Sure. When you throw the pillow down and it slops, when it hits the floor, the light almost like it hits it and there's a shadow, and the shadow slowly erodes away as the light fills the spot past the pillow. It's almost like the pillow's being pushed on a current. It's just, it's like an illusion. It's not moving, but it looks like it because of the weird flow of that green trail on top of this brilliant white yellow light. You also are starting to hear the door bulge. Like you hear the wood creaking and popping, and you'd swear the door is starting to curve a little.
Fucking festival. I'll go open the door and see who's on the other side.
Okay. You get up and your feet feel weird. You have to walk way too long before you reach the door. Like you keep stepping and stepping, and as you reach out for the door, you're not there yet. And you reach and you keep reaching, and then as you realize, you kind of look back and you realize you're like stretched out. Your arm is like 6 feet long. Your whole body is elongated. And you look, you've barely left the foot of the bed, but your hand's almost to the door. And as you reach to touch the door, as you touch the handle, the door just like falls apart. But not like into pieces of wood. It just kind of dissolves and wipes up, and then it's just bright. It's just light. You can't see anything. There's like a black shadow trailing off of your hands that turns into like a green smoke, and you're bathed in this brilliant, blinding white light with the green trails coming off of your body. And as you look back, you see a silhouette of you that's trailing into nothing. You hear a very deep voice that just says, "Finally, we can talk."
About what?
I want to apologize for your family. You aren't the first one who I tried to talk to.
Okay.
Your father was not crazy, nor your uncle. I'm afraid they could not withstand my voice, as you are.
I mean, all right. Like, what am I doing?
Do you remember the offer I made you during the ceremony?
I mean, yeah. I'm still doing my stuff.
You're beginning to discover exactly what that deal means. For now, I only have one task for you. Grow. Find your powers. They'll be needed in the future.
Is he fucking reading this shit or just blowing fucking smoke out everywhere?
Now Merrick was crazy, right? Like
Who?
he was fun, but
Who?
This dungeon
my
master.
Uncle Merrick.
No. I tried to speak to many in your bloodline. You're the first who I was successful.
Huh. I don't even know what to say right now.
Were
That's
you a
understandable.
Balls.
Your mission is to seek knowledge. Find the limits of your power and push them. Do you understand?
Yeah. No problem. I'll push the limits of my power.
Yeah.
Thus is our pact. There's a loud BAM! And all of a sudden, you wake up. You're in bed. It's completely dark. Weedall's doing a little cat purr snore. And
No, Daddy, don't touch me there.
Hey, Weedall, did you hear that?
Huh? Did I hear
Did you
what?
hear that?
I didn't hear anything. All I hear is you bothering me.
Oh, it must have been the festival.
I guess.
Good night.
Good night.
okay. Everybody wakes in the
Crazy.
morning. Those of
Crazy
you who
humans.
failed your save really hard have a little bit of a headache from pounding a little too much sauce. Nobody's suffering levels of exhaustion or anything, though. And you come down to an excited morning in the village. The proprietor of the Hungry Halfling is getting started. You can smell bacon and eggs and toast. He is getting a breakfast going. He's got some kind of sausage gravy. He's just slopping all over thick pieces of toast.
Hey, Jason.
Yeah.
Do we have our level 2 stuff now?
Yes, and everybody leveled overnight. So
Before we go down,
Oh, we're level 3 now? Excellent.
yeah.
before we go down, I want to talk to Weedall in the morning.
Okay.
Hey, Weedall,
Yes.
I learned something.
You learned
Check this
something.
out.
You learned something. Okay.
And then I'm just going to say something, and suddenly I'm going to turn into like a 6-foot tall cat with gray and orange, the opposite of Weedall, with a bright yellow like shirt and pants with sapphires for buttons. Be like, ta-da!
Wow. That's really cool. Not you, the thing behind you.
I'm going to turn around and look.
Okay. I'm going to use my action to hide.
Or masturbate, whatever you want.
I believe that's a stealth check versus a perception. That does not need to be in the tower.
Oh, percent. Okay.
Hey, Steve, I'm getting a little bit of audio pickup from you. It's like a.
I got it.
Okay. Well, that's really pretty.
Do you like the sapphires?
I do like the sapphires, but they're not real. Come on. But I think we can use that to our advantage.
I think we can too.
Nice.
All right, I'm gonna go back to my normal self.
Okay. And I'm going to sulk and kick the corner and be upset because I didn't hide well enough.
That's like the first time I've ever found you.
Okay. So as breakfast is going, everybody's getting plenty to eat. What are your plans for the day?
Go shopping.
I need to go shopping.
Okay. You got about
I
an
need to-
hour until you're supposed to meet with Erlich.
That's it? Okay. I
Yeah.
want to find a pearl and I want to try to find some studded leather.
Maybe
Okay.
an armor. Well,
Okay.
what's everyone looking for?
Can you? How much money should we each have? Can you? I guess we haven't.
Oh
Sold
yeah.
any of
So
our
you guys
stuff
haven't
yet.
sold all your stuff. So you've got the coins. I could divide the coins right now. So
Okay.
doink, there you go. Everybody got their coins. Everybody got 112 gold, 20 electrum, 6 copper, 9 platinum, and 86 silver.
Okay, you have to say that again.
It's in the chat.
It's in your well, it's also in your inventory
Oh,
too.
Yeah.
there it is. I see.
And if you want, I can take the stuff and try to sell it. Stuff
So
that we don't want.
if you're wanting to sell stuff, it would be, let's say a pawn shop. You could go to a jeweler to try and sell some of it. So if you want, you can. There are plenty of places in town you could go to try and redeem the stuff you have. There's also there is an armor smith. There's a dwarf who makes armor and weapons in town. The jeweler would also probably be able to cover pearls. Anything else you guys want to try and hit up?
I need mistletoe.
Okay, mistletoe, an herbalist. So it'll be a third place you need to stop, unless you guys want to split up and do this separately.
So I'll go to the jeweler. We can split up. That's fine. I'll go
Why
to
don't
the
we split
jeweler,
up and meet at
try
the
to get
armor?
a pearl, and then I want to go to the armor and try to get some studded leather.
Okay.
And
So
Can everyone throw in like 20 gold for the pearl?
okay,
Yep.
so
I'm down.
Weedle's gonna head to try and pawn the jewelry off and any of the art objects you found.
Right.
You mean like
And
10
then
gold for the pearl?
The pearl's 100 gold, I
Oh,
think.
it's
I
100
think
gold.
it's a 50
Yeah.
gold pearl, isn't it, or is it 100?
No, it's actually 100.
Okay.
I misspoke.
Okay. So Weedle, you head to the jeweler.
I was
Um,
gonna go with Weedall.
Okay. So Weedle and Nace, you head to meet a jeweler.
Can
There's
everyone
several.
subtract 20 gold?
Yeah, I got you covered.
And then
Yes.
we'll probably need Busy with us too to identify.
Yeah, Busy would go because he's the one that's going to be using it. So
Okay.
give the specifications. He'll have like a little.
So I want to show the jeweler this.
He's got little calipers to measure it.
Yeah, he's got a bunch of tools with him.
All right.
Why can't I not drag that shield? There it is.
Busy. I don't know if that added to your inventory or not. Let me check. It did not. Let me try that again. And doink. There you go. One pearl.
Sweet.
Okay, that was quick.
Okay. So yeah, if
And
everybody
then-
can take off the 20 gold for that, I'd appreciate it. I'll take it off.
Six of us. So
Steve's.
who's not taking off 20?
I'm just putting
I haven't
120
taken it
in the
off yet.
party gold piece. We'll see what we can trade, and then we can just add that gold back to the party sheet.
Right, that makes sense.
Okay. And then there's stuff in our party inventory that we could probably sell the jewelry.
Yeah. So there's actually
Jeweler.
quite a bit of jewelry and the bear skins. There's quite a few things you could go ahead and try to sell. I will go ahead and identify the dagger is just a +1 dagger. Anyone using it would have +1 to attacks and damage rolls. Does someone want that?
We should
Sure.
keep that. Yeah.
We should definitely keep it.
Okay.
I have no need of such things.
If no one else will use it, I would use it.
Okay. I'm gonna put it on Nace tentatively.
Okay.
That's
I
gonna
also
go
had-
to
Nace
Nace.
had the tiara and I had that belt. So we want to sell
Well,
all
the
that
tiara is back with the party stuff.
crap. Yeah.
So there is the tiara. So let's see. There's a bearskin, casket of jewelry, the daggers being assigned, decanter of aged brandy, etched glasses, gold ivory bracelet, gold clasp, gold ring with green gem, jewel hilt dagger. It's just a very valuable dagger.
Would
Good
that
for
be the
selling.
jeweler or an armor? or-
That'd be to the dwarf to try and sell that.
Okay.
There was an orc spellbook.
I don't think any of us can use that.
Yeah, I don't think any of you use spellbooks.
Yeah, I don't think any of us can use it.
Okay.
You have to be a wizard, I'm pretty sure.
So you found an orc spellbook. There is a mage's tower outside of Stalinford. That'd probably be the only person interested in buying it. Ornate leather collar, pewter tankard, potions of healing. Who's getting that?
Oh, we'll keep those.
I have who takes them. Like, I clearly don't need one as a cleric, but you guys
I will take one.
take one.
Okay, I will do that to Weedall. All
I
right.
guess-
There's the remaining
He's
robes.
the quickest. He can run around.
Silver belt buckle, silver chain necklace, silver goblet, 2 spears, tinderbox, 12 torches, and wolf furs. So are you trying to sell the rest?
Yes.
All right.
Unless anybody wants
Those
to.
2 items should have been awarded. And then I am going to Scott, I need a persuasion check.
Yes,
Well,
sir.
what's your angle on selling these? Are you trying to persuade someone for a good price? You're trying to trick someone for a good price?
I'm trying to persuade. I
Okay,
don't
persuasion.
necessarily want to trick and destroy the goodwill that we've
Okay.
developed
Just
here.
need a persuasion check then, see how much.
Izzy's also skilled in persuasion, so can he help?
You can either help or you can both roll, and I'll take the best one.
He'll help.
Okay. Roll with advantage then, Weedall.
Okay. That is clicked.
Weedall.
That's persuasion. There we go.
And okay. So I don't know if it's your lack of attention span,
This doesn't sound good.
the fanciness, or maybe that you kind of downplay the value of everything because it's not shiny. Like you open up everything like this one's really not that shiny, so whatever you'll give me for it. So Busy, despite your best efforts, he does not get a great return. You end up making about 668 gold. 667 gold pieces and some change for the 28 items you sold.
I did great.
Yeah.
It's a lot more money than we had.
Yeah.
Okay. So
And what can we do about getting a pearl?
We already got the pearl.
Yeah,
We did.
that's part of that whole.
Did everybody deduct 20 or is the 120 going to come
I
out
put
of
the
this gold?
120 just in my sheet
I did not deduct
as party GP.
So was it part of the party GP, or do we each need to put in?
I thought this was just going to be bought as the party, in which case I can just take 100 off of this and everybody doesn't have to get rid of their 20
Yeah,
gold.
just drop 100 off that.
Okay, so this will
We
just
can add
be
20 back.
568. Everybody gets their 20 that they spent back. 121. And once you have that back, everybody let me know once you're done, and I'll divvy the remaining gold. Did anyone else, Tim, Steve, Neil, did you guys have any business you wanted to attend to? Steve, you were able to get to an herbalist before heading to the armorer.
I still needed to get some
Thank
new
you.
arrows.
Okay. Yeah, both of you can refill all of your ammo. No problem. Your quivers are refilled, and the Fletcher in this case won't take money.
Nice.
Use those to kill orcs.
Yeah, basically. They're like, promise me you'll kill orcs with these, and they're free. Steve, same for the mistletoe. They refuse to accept any money for it.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So let me
They
get.
required a kiss.
No. No, definitely no kiss. All right, sprig of mistletoe. Here, we're going to put that on Stefan.
Mistletoe,
Inventory,
arrows,
sprig
all
of,
free.
whoops,
All ranged weapons are free in this
sprig
town.
of mistletoe. Got it. Okay. Little focus. That's to cast good berries, isn't it?
Yep.
Gotcha.
Okay, so just to be clear,
Uh-huh.
I'm looking at the actions tab.
Unchecked
If
means you have them all.
Unchecked means
Yep.
I have them all. Okay.
Uh-huh. Correct. You got it.
If I have a few minutes, I'd like to cast Goodberry right now, so I got them berries with me, and just in case something happens.
Absolutely, yeah. 10 berries. Good berry here. Remember how I listed this. I think I'm just going to put it up as a weapon and just say how many good berries you have left. It's the easiest way.
Did you actually want Goodberry, Steve? Because we were guessing on that one.
Yeah, we really were guessing what would be a good one for you, but
Yeah, I like it.
Good
It was
berry's
like that was
pretty
a
handy.
ranger one, so
Ammo
sounded good.
10. Okay. I'm listing it as a thrown ranged weapon with 10 ammo. So
Force feed by throwing it in their face.
yeah.
Or in your own.
I guess I need holy water, but can I make that myself, or do I get that?
It's possible to make holy water. I don't remember the process actually. Does someone want to look that
You need
up?
25 gold of powdered silver and
Okay.
a spell slot.
Listen to that. Okay. How much does it cost to buy the holy water?
I don't actually know how much it
I'll
costs.
check that. I can find that quickly. Holy water flask.
It actually says on the item once you find it how to make
Oh, does it? Okay, here we go. It'll cost 25 gold. Yeah, you can create it. It's a ritual to take an hour. You'll need 25 gold pieces worth of powdered silver, and you'll have to expend a first level spell slot. But you could make a flask of holy water for yourself, or you can pay someone else 25 gold to make it for you.
If I can find, I assume that Alric has a source for it here. So yeah,
Actually, Elric will give you one. Like he doesn't have it to just like load you up, but he'll give you one that he already has made. So holy
sure,
water flask. I've added that to your inventory.
beauty.
Okay.
Was that giving for free or is that
Yeah, no, he just gave it to him. Alaric had one made already, so.
sweet?
So when it says a sprinkle of holy water in the spell component, is that you use the entire flask?
No, no. So when you look at your material components, if it does not give a gold piece value, then it's you should have enough just from normal gathering. Like if you have one that says that it uses up a 50 gold piece ruby, then you need a spell slot. Then you actually need a 50 gold piece ruby for that.
Gotcha. No, this is just for killing
Like
orcs.
resurrection burns up like 300 gold worth of diamond dust or something like that.
Yeah. Otherwise,
So.
just assume your holy symbol kind of covers it.
Yeah, your holy symbol will cover a lot of them. But yeah, like the spritz of holy water, stuff like that. Plus, holy water is really useful on a couple creatures. So, okay. So you, Alaric,
Are
you'll
we
get
going
that
to
for
the
him when you
dwarf?
guys go there. Anybody else do anything before going to the armor? Because I think that was the last thing. Stop. Everybody was going to end up there.
Does he do weapons too?
He does. He does some weapons.
Okay.
So
You divvy up the remaining gold?
I will. Doink. Okay, there you go. Looks
Thank
like
you.
the party has a total of 1,200 gold
Rich.
Just over 200 each.
and 54
almost-
platinum, which is basically another 500. So
We could almost buy an airship.
you guys have roughly 1,700 gold for the whole party.
So what does everyone need, like armor wise? Because if someone needs some heavy duty armor, it might be better to pool.
Nothing.
Just going around with your shell.
All right, you do arrive at the armorer's shop. He has kind of an open air. It's instead of a building, it's more like just a row of countertops with a roof over it, and then a big forge in the center. He's got two human boys that are working the bellows, and looks like one of them, yeah, looks like one of them's apprenticing and actually working like a horseshoe. And the dwarf, he has big barrel chest, giant arms. They're like just huge, knotted arms. There's almost no difference between his upper arm and his lower arm size wise. They just kind of, there's a crease where they bend. Anyways, he's gigantic. He's just wearing an apron and breeches. His skin is just smeared with soot and ash. He turns around as you guys walk up, and he kind of looks, eyes Karnan once, just like gives him a look. His face kind of does a sour thing for a second, and then he looks and he says, "How can I help you? Dalmeric's me name."
We're looking for provision, armor, and weapons.
Aight. What you be looking for then?
We need something in order to keep this elf in line.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I don't have any else sizes made. What else can I help you with?
How much for a crossbow?
Crossbow.
You get crossbows? You could have my crossbow.
Nice. Never mind.
He starts to tell you. He starts to look over at a couple of the crossbows he has. You see there's a few light crossbows on a rack. And then he's like, "Oh, okay."
Do you have any studded
I have
leather in the shape of a
light
cat?
crossbow. If you want a heavy crossbow, you'll need to buy that from him.
Oh,
How tall
you
is
have any
Weedle?
heavy? Oh, shit.
He's human size. He's
Okay.
6 foot.
One moment, he yells at one of the boys, and he goes around the other side of the forge, and it's just like this giant chest. He opens it up, starts digging through it. He brings back a set of leather that's got plates riveted into it periodically. He says it doesn't give up any of the mobility. It's more protection than them ribbons you're wearing right there. So would you be buying it straight out, or you wanting to trade?
What would you like to trade? I can give you these ribbons.
You're wearing leather now, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I want to make sure that you're wearing.
These
Yeah,
ribbons.
if you want to
Just-
trade your leather, he'll give you some trade-in value on it.
All right. Yeah, we'll do that.
Okay. Leather armor is worth 10 gold, and studded leather, the good stuff,
It's worth 45.
is worth
Yeah.
45. He'd sell it to you for 40. He'll knock 5 gold off for the rags you're wearing.
What a guy.
With some
man.
riveting, he might be able to turn it into a decent suit of leather.
So I appreciate that. That's fantastic. Did you know that we're the heroes of Stalinford?
Yeah, I heard.
Oh, so that's the best deal you can give
Did
the
ya-
heroes of Stalinford.
Did you bring anyone back from the dead while you were fighting them orcs?
No, but we made plenty.
So they're
of
all still dead.
Yes. Yes. That's kind of the point of fighting orcs.
I must say, even with an elf with you, you made it out alive, so that's something.
Well, we actually want to talk to you about the elf as well because he's in need of some stuff, and we might need you to make it for us. But
Yeah,
let's
like I
talk
said, I
about-
don't make elf sizes.
That's very
You
nice
make
of you.
sizes for small, thin boys.
How about for a
Give me
woman?
a persuasion check. Ugh.
He loves it.
Wow. He looks and he starts to immediately rebuke you, and then he listens to what you said, and he goes, "Aye, if you had a tall, thin boy you wanted armor for instead of an elf, I could probably make something."
I love that.
We were planning on cropping his ears next week, so it's all good. And here's your 40 gold and this leather.
Dropping his ears.
I'm feeling a tad offended.
It's okay. We'll work it out.
He says, "All right, well, I'll have to get my smaller measuring tape. I don't want to accidentally strangle him with the excess."
Can I give him a who you calling short dwarf look?
Sure. He seems completely unbowed.
Have
What
you got
is
any
it?
heavy crossbows?
No heavy crossbow. You probably wants to be seeing the Fletcher for something that specific.
Fair enough.
Do you have some spare metal I could add to make a shield on this good old suit I got here? Just maybe 10 gold worth of scraps or good shaped metal.
You looking for worked metal or just a brick? I mean,
Something I
an
could
ingot.
attach to the armor here. So worked metal, yeah.
Okay.
Buy a
If you
buckler.
give me an idea of the basic shape and size, I can have my apprentice bang something out for you. If
Sure,
you need my
sure.
time, it's going to be a bit more expensive.
No, I'm sure whatever he does will be good work. I'll be attaching it myself afterwards, so it's
You hear that? Someone thinks you're not a loser. He's like, "Yes, Daromac."
I wouldn't go that far.
He kind of gives you a little nod, like, "I like this guy." All right. Well then, man boy, what kind of armor are you looking for?
Well, gee, I don't know. I believe I already have the heavy leather.
you want studded leather is the
I think
next
stud
one.
is the heaviest he can
Is
go
it?
to, isn't it?
Yeah.
Can he go
Really,
heavier
that's
than
a
that?
light armor. He's a paladin. He can't go.
He's dex
Oh, he
based,
could,
though.
but he's dex based. So if he goes higher than, I think even if he goes to medium armor, he uses up his.
Medium has a max 2 dex modifier.
Yeah, he caps his dex modifier. Now,
Okay.
what
That's
about?
why I could go chain shirt or
He
studded.
could
and get
go.
the same.
Yeah, he could go.
now
Elven
it
or
just
mythic.
caps your armor class modifier. It doesn't cap your to hit modifier with dex.
Correct.
So he could go heavier. It's just his dex would stop being what dictates his armor class.
And
Right.
at like heavy armor and even some of the mediums, you get disadvantage to dex checks.
Or stealth.
So you need the
Yeah.
same thing I got,
So
which is studded leather.
Sounds like studded leather.
Okay. Is hide light or medium? I can't remember.
Hide is
light.
medium.
Okay.
Hide is medium.
Okay.
Yep.
So either studded leather or that is the other option, Tim. You could go with a heavier armor. Let me get my armor table here. You
A
could
chain
go.
shirt currently would give him the exact same AC as studded leather. Breastplate is the other one, but it's 400 gold.
Oh, gotcha. All right, so a little too expensive. Okay. Then yeah, you can do. He'll do studded leather. 45 gold because there's nothing he can do with the leather you have now.
Sounds like a deal.
He'd never get the stink out. Okay. Deduct 45 gold, and we will switch you over to studded leather.
I
Hey,
had
does he have
switched-
another set
He
of
says
studded
it'll be
leather?
ready to pick up in an hour. He's going to have his apprentice resize it for you. So
Alright.
here, I added stud. Oh, wait, did Karnan already have studded leather?
Oh, he did have studded leather.
Oh,
Yeah, I think you don't need to deduct that then. Yeah, you already had studded leather.
Oh,
Well, then,
you had good armor.
So you said what? Chain shirt would be the same AC, and he'd have to go.
Breastplate it's 14 with 14 AC, but Dex modifier only adds 2 then.
What about the heavy armors?
The heavy armor's no Dex modifier, and they start at 14 AC for ring, 16 chain, 17 splint, 18 plate.
Yeah, he could actually buy chain or splint, but then he'd be
But he would need like 15 strength for splint.
Right.
13 for chain, so he
right.
doesn't have that.
He doesn't have
Oh,
that
okay,
yet.
he's not strong enough to wear the heavy armor. Okay, then yeah, there's nothing for you to buy.
I really didn't want to patronize a.
I could use some
Dwarf
studded
anyway.
leather.
stinking dwarf.
Okay. Nace, if you're wanting to, you want studded leather as well?
Yeah.
Yeah, he'll be happy to make you studded leather.
I currently have
Didn't you
hide.
have moderately
If
armor?
you'll do a trade in.
Couldn't you go medium armor?
Well, a breastplate's the only way for me to bump my AC anymore. Is
Oh,
400
gotcha.
gold.
Gotcha. Okay.
This
Then
is
yeah.
how I know this stuff off the top of my head.
Okay. It's same thing. He'll for 40 gold, he'll take your old leather and give you studded.
I had hide, but sure.
Oh, or all right, then he'll take your hide. Inventory. Studded leather. Remove the hide. And did you adjust your AC already?
I haven't touched my AC.
Armor 2, shield 2. They give you 17 armor class, is that right?
Yep.
Yep, okay.
Easy. That's awesome.
I have 3 plus 4, 17.
Okay, anyone else need armor or anything like that?
I'm set.
Okay, and Stefan wanted to wanted to get a heavy crossbow.
Yeah. Maybe I
Okay.
have to pack that around on my back. I don't know.
Crossbow. Heavy. So the heavy crossbow, two-handed, weighs 18 pounds. It'd run you 50 gold, but it does 1d10 piercing on a hit. It has the loading property, which means you can't shoot it more than once per round, but because you're a crossbow expert, you get to ignore that. So you can fire it more than once per round.
I kind of want one of those.
Okay. It'll cost you 50 gold.
Alright.
So, heavy crossbow.
And
Added.
some bolts. I don't know if they come with it, but I want bolts too.
Okay, I'm going to set you to 2 packs of crossbow bolts.
Yeah, this is a
One for
decent
each.
chance if you want more bolts.
So there's
For
a heavy
arrows.
crossbow with 20
For Karnan.
shots and a hand crossbow with 20 shots.
Yeah, if I can carry more, maybe I should buy some more bolts for my both of them.
How strong are you? 10 strength. How's your weight looking here? You are. You could still carry 50 pounds before you'd be encumbered.
Yeah, so I
But
probably-
I've got you. You got 20. You're carrying a total of 40 crossbow bolts.
I guess I don't really have
That's a
shield.
lot.
All right. All right. I'm good.
Okay, I'm gonna pull
Backing
50
away.
gold off of there.
Can Busy just go around shops and buy like 30 gold worth of tinker materials? Because he's got stuff he can do for 10 gold at a time.
Yeah, sure, no problem. Anything noteworthy you need to get, or is it just various supplies?
It's just various supplies. I can
Okay.
make like a fire starter, a clockwork toy, or a music box and other
Okay.
things.
Sure.
Before we leave there, I'm going to ask my new best friend. You don't have anything magical, do you?
Nay, lad.
Hmm. Okay, thanks.
Catnip?
Does he have anything shiny?
I've got the shiny pieces of metal in my studded leather.
Make a persuasion check, Tim.
Come on here. Oh, come on now.
Should be on the skills tab.
Yeah, I'm trying to. There we go.
Delmark laughs, actually, at the catnip comment. He kind of laughs. As he's walking off, you hear him muttering something about, that's funny for an elf, I guess. Anything else before going to meet Alaric? Okay.
I can't think of anything.
As you are heading towards the temple, you see Alaric.
What's left of the temple?
It's only burned on the side. It's in pretty good shape,
Okay.
really. You guys put it out pretty fast.
Hey,
Um,
real quick, there is one thing I want to shop for.
Okay.
I want to get a case, some ink, an ink pen, and some parchment.
So calligrapher supplies.
I'm not making maps. It's actually more like scroll case.
Okay. Yeah, no problem. Do you need me to add those? Do you want to grab them? You can just add them out of the player's handbook and
Okay,
deduct
I'll
the
grab
money
them.
for them. But those are all available. So as you are approaching the temple steps, the temple itself is pretty traditional. It's a round temple. It's a combination of like stone foundation and old wooden columns, and then a like a clay shingled roof with a dome and the three heroes of Troldara, in filigree on the top. As you're walking up, he's coming down the steps to greet you, holds his hands out to wave. Greetings. I'm glad you could come. Please, come with me. We have much to discuss.
You're looking much better.
A night's rest and the blessings of Halav have definitely done me some good. He leads you inside the temple. It's not like we would consider like a church. It's more of there's a couple concentric rings around some statues in the center, and there's just kind of a free sitting area. There's some logs. There's some stone pedestals or like re, recessed stone chairs for people to sit in, like benches. And then he leads you over to it's like a curtained area, and pulls the curtain over and offers you seats at he's got a large table set with 6 chairs and then 1 chair at the head. Please sit. Okay. So everybody takes a seat around the table. He sits down at the end. He says, first, thank you again. What you've done for Stallenford was amazing. Without hesitation, you rose and acted as heroes, and you will always be known in Stallenford for your bravery. There's a darker force, though. Those orcs weren't initially the occupants of those caves, and while I'm sure they've been routed, I suppose in my haste, probably, if I'm being honest, some cowardice, as I didn't want to try and make the trip back by myself. There's a secret door behind the throne of that chief that leads further down into a place of evil. And I'm concerned that as long as that Revel's there, that's what drew the orcs there, and at the very least directed them. And I'm concerned that if it's left there unfestered, this will just rise again.
What kind of evil?
Divine darkness is all I can tell you. I only saw the door once, but just when it was opened, I felt the wash of undeath rise from the tunnel, just stinking.
Is there any folklore of these caves from the town or anything like that?
There are stories years ago that a dark cleric had taken up residence in the hills, but honestly, I always thought until now that they were just rumors or an attempt to win drinks for at the bar, or to seduce a young woman into how brave you were for traveling so close to such a nightmare. But having been that close, I am sure now that it's true.
Dark cleric, eh?
Are there more orcs? Are there any goblins?
I didn't travel down. I was only saw the cave opened once when I was being moved to another room.
Why was that door opened?
The chief was emerging from it whenever they were bringing me into that throne chamber.
Hmm.
And that's when I knew then that the orcs were being directed by something darker, more sinister. And it's not fair of me to ask. If you don't wish to take this quest up, I understand.
What's in it for us?
The gratitude of Stalinford, of course. If you're thinking more materialistic, I'm sure a dark cleric who's been living in the caves for years has probably amassed at least some things that are worth taking.
Oh, always looking for new quests.
Yeah, he has a little exclamation mark above his head. All right, undead.
Do you have any symbols of favor that would help us in other towns or anything like that after we do this?
Of course, I could write a letter of commendation. I am not the Baron of Stalinford, but I could put in a word with the crap. I don't know what they call. They're not big enough to have like a baron.
Marquis or something?
I could write a letter for the Baron Alteris, Lady Alteris at Penheligon. These are her lands.
It's always nice to carry good favor with the lord or lordess of the land.
It would certainly make sure that you all are known to someone who is quite powerful. By the way, what do you call yourselves?
The clan.
There's the 6 of us.
I can't call the stream the clan.
Don't spell that with a K.
God.
Nicely done.
The clan spelled like Old English style.
The old planet. Oh man.
Well, right now we call ourselves Orc Slayers. Soon we shall call ourselves
Something
evil
else.
Druid Slayers
Cleric.
of the clan.
It was a cleric.
Before I write the letter, maybe you should come up with something.
That's a great
We'll
idea.
think about it.
So
So were there any books or legends about this
Dark.
cave or dark cleric?
We've known of the cave only because that's where orcs from
Why
time to
didn't you
time
tell
have-
us about this door when we?
He was scared to come back alone. It happens,
he-
Weed
you
He's
can
all.
see-
he was barely living.
You got your
There
shinies.
could be
It's okay,
shiny
buddy.
things down there.
he's
See.
he's blushing and seems really embarrassed that he didn't mention it. Then he
Well,
says
I can't.
It's
he
okay.
says it
Weed
was
all just wants shinies.
okay. He said it was a moment of weakness. He
It's-
was just worried that if he said there's a secret door, you would have gone down into it and died, and then he would have been by himself.
We were pretty torn up. to
His
tell you the
adventuring
truth.
days are
We could-
over. He's not
we could-
You took an arrow to the knee.
We
something
It's
like
always
that.
good to
yeah.
get rested up before we
yes,
go down
we
into
put
the
this rest to
unknown.
good use.
Well, I for one am all for putting an end to this dark cleric.
Yeah. If there are any orcs or goblins down there, I'm in.
Sounds fun.
Okay.
So this may seem weird. How did you become a cleric?
Well, see, when I was younger,
Not you.
Alaric says, ever since I was a boy, my father and his father before him were both priests of Halav, and it was only natural. I assisted my father around the temple, and as I came of age, upon my, oh crap, I'm sorry, I'm trying to think of what it's called.
bar mitzvah.
No, it's the bar mitzvah. It's the Troldaran bar mitzvah, but that's not what it's called. My
The Trolldiza.
I think it's called the unweaving. The severing. I'm sorry. And during my severing, and by the way, anyone who's a native,
It's the severing. It's
those
the
of you familiar with Troldaran lore, which would be probably Stefan, that's it, because Nace is actually Thaiation. Stefan would probably know the Troldaran legend. So when Troldaran boys come of age, typically 13, 14 years old, their cloaks are severed and frayed on the end, and they are cast out of the house to go find their own way.
Just the tip.
And then once they've found their living and buy a new cloak that isn't a piece of crap, that's the sign that they have ascended into manhood. And so, anyways, when he took upon his severing, he went out into the world and realized that he actually had a knack with a weapon, and fell in with an adventuring group, and he traveled with them for several years. They battled many places. They served with the Duke's forces for a while, and then as he felt his calling, he returned to Stalenford and took over duties at the temple, and became the head priest whenever his father passed away.
So, like, when you felt your calling, did you get like a bright light talking to you?
It manifests differently for each. I more have a feeling and an understanding with Halav, as well as all of the Troldaran pantheon. But no, I wouldn't say like a light that talks to me.
Yeah, that'd be weird.
Why do you ask?
I love weird.
No reason.
Well, see Gamelon over there, he like causes these awesome lights and they're just super impressive. And I was just like, it would kind of make sense, with the immortals speaking through you with your powers, that would happen.
That's how it happens. Yes.
See?
Oh. Really much just money shot away.
That's all.
Okay.
Is there a mesmerization factor there?
Well, is there
Let's go
anything?
kick some dark cleric's butt.
Yeah. Wreck those undead.
Seems you gave us a holy flask. Was there anything else you want to give us for the journey, or you think we should take?
Uh, I do have one thing. He goes back. You realize now, as you can see, he pushes another curtain aside, and you realize his bedroom and this table are just curtained off from the rest of the temple. Like, this is where he lives. There's just a little like straw mat on the ground, and a little footlocker next to it. He starts to dig through the footlocker, and you see him set out a well-worn mace that's looks like it's seen a lot of years of use. And then finally he pulls out a leather tube, pulls it out and uncorks the top off of it, or pulls the cap off, and slides out a potion vial that has like a greenish liquid that's has a little foaminess to it. It looks a lot like the other potion you already have. He
Oh, I say
offers.
that's pretty, and I pick it up.
Well, he's
potion of
holding
healing.
it, so um,
Oh.
he's holding it several feet away from you.
Okay, I don't take it from him. So
He pulls
probably
out
put it back.
a potion and tells you this is a potion of healing.
Oh, we can use that, and I add it to my stack.
Nice work, Busy.
Who's taking the potion?
I am.
Who took
Weedle.
the other?
I did.
Weedle doesn't need to.
But I'm faster. I figure I can get around and stand people
What
up.
if you
a
fall
lot
down?
quicker.
Who am I giving
I'll
this
stand
to?
him up.
He'll land on his feet.
That's pretty good. Why don't we give the second one to one of our frontliners?
So Busy or Neil or Gamelon?
Sure.
Or actually, I
I
guess
mean,
your frontliners are Stefan and Gamelon, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
I think
You're
we
just
need to
looking
ask
at
the
my armor
question,
class
should
now.
Stefan still be a frontliner?
Yeah, I'd like to be in the back. I'm not gonna lie.
That's harsh.
I might be a little better in the back.
Actually, Nay should
Okay.
probably be in the front. His AC went way up.
I mean, most of us are using range attacks, and range attacks are not great in front. So
No.
I mean, I can take it, I guess, but I'm also a healer, so.
I mean, that is a question for Stefan, is you could go archery instead of melee stuff too.
Well, he just bought a heavy crossbow. He's kind of moving towards that.
I'm leaning towards.
Why don't
Because
we
I
give the
think you
second
just
one?
got a fighting
back a
style,
little.
right?
Why don't we give the second one
And it
to
was
Busy?
He's
archery.
still quite like he can move up with a rapier and use a hand crossbow at point blank range if he needs
Yeah.
to. But yeah, he's definitely going to be pretty awesome with a heavy crossbow at this
Yeah,
point.
I feel like I'm gonna hang back until people are damaged, and then once they're damaged, maybe I'll move in.
Well, that was
Sure.
kind of
Or
my
run
idea,
away
because
faster.
Because
I mean,
I'm
either
so
way.
mobile, I should be able to get around and
So
help
who am I
people.
giving this potion to?
Definitely run away.
Okay, Gamelon. We'll take the other
Gamelon.
potion. And doink.
that way, in case our cleric goes down, we can go and pick him up.
That's true. You could
Yeah.
grab the potion. He keeps it on right on his belt. If
not
I go
around his
down,
belly.
pour this in my mouth.
Pour this in my mouth.
A chain around his neck.
Around the
It's
neck.
just right there. All we have to do is tip it up.
All right, if you fall down, don't fall on it.
Yeah.
It's got a nice leather casing around it to
Yeah.
pad it.
It's like cured hardened leather, so it almost be like keeping it in a metal tube, just to keep it from breaking. Actually, you guys can have it's a potion belt, so it'll hold 3 potions and keep them like even if you roll down a staircase, you won't break the vials in them.
Nice.
Um,
Well, if nobody's carrying it, I don't mind.
I think Gamelon's carrying it.
All right, all right.
okay.
Thank you.
That way we
Anything
can
else?
Pop him up.
I'll trade maces with them just so we can exchange maces like clerics.
I don't think that's a thing.
Is that like trading jerseys after a game? Here's
Like
my
cleric-
mace. I just killed some orcs.
He looks and says, "Are you offering him your mace?"
Sure.
He says, I genuinely appreciate the offer, but this was my grandfather's mace. It's been in my family for generations, and I had
At
hoped
least 2
that I will
generations.
pass it on to my child someday.
As you wish.
But
Hey,
I'm
you have a
honored.
child?
I don't mean to insult you.
He has a child?
Yes, he does.
Oh.
Yes, the halfling we rescued.
Well, we'll try to make sure those undead don't bother him in the future, I guess.
Yes.
Shall we buff?
Where's your child?
It sounds like we should be off.
I'm just leaving. I'm done.
How old is it? What the hell's going on here?
He tells you his son is 14, and he is probably right in the middle of the festival right now.
Okay, fine.
Step back. Let's go.
Back
Walking
to
away.
Orc Cave number 1, level 1.
Walking
Okay.
away.
So as we're walking away, I want to go. So Gamelon, how did you become a cleric?
This is while you're walking. It's a long walk.
Long walk. I haven't actually written my backstory yet, so
So when did the light come?
Let's check
speak
his
to you?
improv. Oh, I get where Nace is going with this.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. Here we
when
go.
you are touched with the blessings of your god, like Tyr the Just, you see the white light, and you feel the warmth and the power course through you.
You're asking a cleric of light what it's like.
It is radiant and glorious.
So it's white?
Very much.
Would you say you're shell shocked?
Huh. Did it ever wake you up at night? Like just blinding you?
No.
You just do that to the other guys, right?
just no.
Well, it sounded like you wanted to tell me how you became a cleric. I was curious.
Takes a few hours for you to make the trek back up into the hills along the trail, the game trail that leads to the Orc's Cave. How are we proceeding here?
I think we want to be careful when the orcs came back.
Yeah, and I feel like because I'm a ranger, we're moving pretty awesomely.
Yeah, actually, you can move without having to slow down or anything. In fact, give me,
Taking
or
that
I guess,
shortcut?
well, going overland through the hills will not be faster than taking the game trail.
Okay.
Boop, boop, boop. So, when you reach the Orc Cave, it is the cave is empty. There's like you wander around the entire complex. There are no orcs here anymore.
Was there any sweet things that we missed in those doors we didn't open?
You do check the other caves, but unfortunately, whenever the orcs left, they apparently cleaned everything out. I'm gonna reshare the map here for everybody.
Yeah, I was just pulling that up myself.
And let's see. Gonna minimize this one. Pull it out of the way. And I'm going to remove the mask. Ooh, sorry, it's sharing for everybody. That's kind of slowing me down. There we go. Is it still sharing? There it goes. Everybody have it now? Okay, I'm going to remove the mask. Mask mode.
How do we drag that back down to the buttons at the bottom?
Delete mask. You grab the little circle.
At the top of the window?
There's a little top left, there's a little shield symbol. That little round circle.
Yeah,
Just drag it down and put it on the hotkey.
It's
Okay,
control.
you should be able to
Should
pan
we
completely
redo our
around.
order real quick? And maybe move like, I don't know, busy to the front and Stefan to the back instead, or
Sure.
I'm on board.
I still do ranged attacks, so I don't know. Sure.
So Gamelon's in front. Who's second?
I guess I can go second with my big AC and shield.
Okay, busy.
Not friends.
And then
Didn't think you were going to pull a front
Weedall,
liner, did you, John?
Nace.
Weedall, Nace, and then Karnon and Stefan. That works for me. What's that make the passive perceptions? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So, one thing about Stefan being in front is he had the second highest perception of the group. So,
Well, Gamelon is the highest, so.
yeah. So, half of your perception ability is in front now. The other
I
half's
was
in the
just
back.
thinking,
Like Stefan's in the back
Maybe
now. So,
I'm the wingman, or
Yeah. It's
I
more
got
like the caboose.
6 or whatever that is.
But
So
now we do have a dark vision guy up front too, so maybe
It's
that
true.
helps.
So
Yeah,
you
I
can see all the map now. I've revealed the whole thing. There was a barracks down to the southeast that you guys didn't go to, and it's empty now. There were also the two doors you went past after the cavern. The two of them. Here, I'll zoom the map out. Sync view. So there's two rooms there. There was one that was like a guard post, and the other one had some cages, like some animals were in there. But anyways, yeah, the whole upper floor is now abandoned. And when you get to the throne, it's not even a complex. When you pull the throne out of the way, you can see there's just like a slot on the floor where you can pull. It's actually a wooden frame with a canvas that's painted like stone. So it's very convincing, but this is literally just like a painting that's just in front of the hole in the wall.
All right, level 2.
Okay, so there is a worked tunnel leading deeper into the side of the cave, and I am going to share a sheet with you.
Good old L2.
And we'll
I
move.
have light on my mace,
Okay,
so I can
so
see where I'm going.
Oh,
Light-
Stefan, do you want light again?
Say that again.
Do you want light again? I can give you light, like on your crossbow or something.
you can cast light
Yeah,
on an item
yeah.
for you.
Yeah.
That way you've got 20 feet of bright light and 20 feet of dim light.
Thank you. And I
Okay.
want to be
Everybody see the map
paying
now?
attention to what's
There we go.
going on.
I do not see the map.
It's gray.
Okay,
Yes,
that's fine.
that's
It
good.
should be gray.
Oh, gosh.
Okay, I'm just going to put Gamelon
I
on
would
the map
recommend
for now.
moving this shield onto your hotbar.
And let's reveal. Whoa, wrong window. Let's go to mask mode and reveal what you see so far. So, got here. So the stairs go down for about 30 feet and then ends in a landing that extends another 20 into a very large room. It is the stone has been cut. It's very rough, but it has stalactites and stalagmites in the cavern as well. But the walls have been widened by tools.
I'm gonna pull out my heavy crossbow.
No problem. Okay, I'm gonna sync the
And
view
load it.
here a little. It's loaded. All right, let me sync up the view.
And I'm looking around.
Okay. So the cavern here is bare. It's rock strewn, and you can see there are passages to the north, south, and east from where you're at. As you start to walk out onto the floor, you can. That's when you can see the passages. I guess to the north, you can see a little further. So there's a passage that continues up to the north. There is the air is dead still here. There's no movement of air at all in here, and you can see some fungus. The four main stalagmites on the ground are almost like columns going all the way up to the ceiling. What do you guys want to do?
I want to focus for a moment and see if I can tell if there are any orcs around or anything.
Okay, give me a
Or
survival.
goblins.
Give me a survival check. You'll be tracking. Gamelon, you
Yeah.
feel a heavy presence. Has Gamelon been in the presence of undead before?
Not specifically.
Okay. It's just a dark, foreboding presence.
Something.
You're certain that this is what the undead feel like. Like you know immediately.
Gotcha.
There are undead in this cavern. It gives you almost like a knotted feeling in your stomach, like nausea. But it's definitely, this is a dark place.
Something not alive prowls these halls.
Yep. Okay.
Hey, I want to make myself look
Steve,
what I think a zombie would look
I
like.
forgot that I can't tell you to make a survival check. So I will make a survival check.
Yeah, I was gonna look for tracks while we were down here, but
Okay, that's survival as well. Go ahead. Okay, Stefan, you start looking around the room for any sign. You're looking for tracks, and as you do, you feel a rumbling underfoot, and all of a sudden, out of the ground, a writhing worm-like thing snaps up out of the ground where near one of the piles of rock it crumbles apart, and there's actually a hole in the floor. And
I try to shoot it.
we're gonna roll for initiative.
Already have.
It's normal. Okay.
Initiative. Not terrible. You're making me look bad, guys.
Where is Stefan? Main.
Thank you,
Initiative.
Carnon.
Yeah.
Okay, got that.
I got you, fam.
I think everybody's got initiative rolled. All right, I'm gonna throw some people on the map here. Boop. There's Weedall. There's Stefan. There's Nace. There's Karnon, who did not go fast. Okay, so Stefan is over here. Gamelon, you were searching for tracks. I'm just gonna put you in the middle of the room.
Yep.
Busy. The other four of you, put yourselves where you would be, and then I'll lock tokens.
Probably studying like one of these columns or something.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was kind of standing back. I made myself look like a zombie, or what I think a zombie would look like.
Have you ever seen a zombie?
I like in a movie.
No. Has Nace ever seen a zombie?
Of course not.
Okay.
I'm just trying to make myself
Then
look
you're
like I'm
you're
dead.
just doing what you think a zombie looks like. No problem.
Exactly.
All right.
I'm also gonna scream out, "I found something!"
Okay.
Oh crap! Oh crap! Oh crap!
So there are these crazy big red worms that are snapping up out of the ground. We're going to do sync client view. You were all on your guard though, so you're not surprised. Like you were definitely paying attention. So Busy will be the first person to act. You hear Stefan's warning as this worm snaps up out of the ground.
And the pump begins as a fireball is shot out. Let's hope that he's primed and ready this time. There we go.
Oh, a hit with a
Yeah.
24.
Oh, so red.
Beautiful. For 3 damage, moderately wounding the worm next to Stefan. Little bolt of fire streaks out and slams into it.
And then he's paying attention to that one. He kind of moves over here, and then he notices the other one. He's like, oh, and he stays next to Gamelon for a moment.
Gotcha. Okay, I'm going to lock tokens. I forgot about that.
That was good field testing.
Okay, so the red worm to the southeast moves, and it will... I think it's going to go towards... Hey, this is random. Let's just roll a die. It's going to go towards Gamelon. So, it rips out of the ground and slithers across the floor and tries to bite him.
How long is it?
Actually, hold on. It's probably 10, 15 feet long. But actually, it lashes out. It can strike from 10 feet away.
Do we get the sense that these are actual corporeal? Are they undead themselves?
Nature check. With a 16, it misses Gamelon. It lashes out and it's right on target. But as Gamelon like rolls over, it just careens off of his shell, and it snaps and it hisses and recoils back into a ball. You don't think they're undead. Has Weedall been around a lot of undead?
No,
You
Okay,
did just see
well-
fires hit that
Yeah.
one.
I
you,
know.
you
but-
don't think it's undead. You're definitely sure it's real.
Yeah.
Okay, and that's its turn. Well, actually, no. After it hits, it kind of slinks back behind the pillar.
Okay.
And then that's its turn. Weedall.
So Woodall's going to move up 5 feet.
Okay.
He's going to attack that guy with the rapier.
Okay. Yeah, so he whiffs hard.
He's going to say, "Oh my goodness!" He's going to twirl around a couple of times, disengage.
Okay. Disengage with a bonus action.
And he's going to look at his rapier and go, "The hell?"
Okay. Stefan. What do you want to do?
I am going
You're
to
a
attack.
crossbow expert, so you can actually use your crossbow at point blank range.
Yep. I'm gonna do
With
that.
no penalty.
Yep.
Okay.
I was surprised, but I'm gonna go ahead and try to shoot that thing.
Okay. Heavy crossbow right at the red worm. And you hit with a 23
Very nice.
for. Oh my god!
Very nice.
13 damage. So it's like, and you just go, and you put a bolt right through its face. It's just like, it sticks it to the ground as it's wriggling around, and just real nonchalantly, you pull out another bolt. You take and drop it in, and you grab a crank, you go, and it's loaded again. You're ready to go. All right.
It
You're
looks
still
like
loaded.
it looks like a flaming corn dog now.
Yeah. Bonus action. I'll
Jesus,
do it again.
you annihilated that thing. Can you?
Heavy
Bonus actions for
crossbow's
your
two-handed.
hand crossbow.
I think that's
Only
the.
hand. All right, fair
I
enough.
think it's the fire of the hand crossbow. Yeah.
Next turn.
But well, can he have his hand crossbow loaded and like once a fight just do a quick shot with his bonus action or no?
It's only when you do an attack with a one-handed weapon you can use a bonus action to use your loaded hand crossbow
Yeah.
that you're holding. Otherwise, I really like the idea of that's like you guys remember the old Three Musketeers, Porthos, like he's fighting a guy and then he pulls out his pistol and shoots the guy. He's like, I like this thing. So, all right, that is Stefan's turn. So we hit next. Nace.
Nice.
I get to go.
The red worm. Are any of these difficult terrain?
Not the squares you picked. The rock
All
piles
right, I
are
wanna go
difficult
there.
terrain. Okay. Yeah, you've got a clear shot from there.
I guess we're Eldritch blasting.
Okay. An 11 is not enough. It hisses and slips out of the way. As Nace fires this blast, you notice he comes up and instead of before where he would like it would just kind of build up and he would just kind of lose control of it, it actually flares into his hand like controlled, and it swells up. And as he releases, there's still kind of a tremble, but he's definitely firing it like intentionally now, as opposed to it just losing control of it.
It didn't fire up fast enough.
Yeah, you also notice though that
You
it's
didn't lead
now there's the normal radiant light, but it has like a spiral of this green. It's not smoke. It's more like just a leaking green light, but it's spiraling around it now whenever he shoots.
Ooh.
Okay, Gamelon squares up with the red worm.
Red worm, what you gonna do? What you gonna
Connects
do?
easily with a 23 for 5 points of damage, moderately wounding it. Okay.
Take that, beastie.
And
Very nice.
if that's
Very
it, then
nice.
it's Karnon.
Oh yeah, I gotta click the button. Sorry.
I got you.
I will. Actually, I meant to move over here before targeting. So,
Okay, moving to there.
and I will.
You'd need to move one more square to get rid of cover. You'd need to move to this square, and that would get you to where he doesn't have cover.
Oh, it's a.
There you go.
Okay, so the big one is covered. The little pile of rocks is not covered. Gotcha.
It's just rubble.
4 5 times.
Auto center on map off. Thank you.
I let one fly.
Okay. 17. You have a +7 to hit now because of archery. Jesus.
Nice.
Wow.
And 10 damage, killing it. So the ranged attacks definitely did it today. So after Gamelon runs up and smashes it, it reels back, and all of a sudden another arrow goes through and just slides right through the center of its back. It writhers and slithers and rides on the ground for a little bit, and then it dies quietly.
Quietly.
Neither of you destroyed your arrows, so you can retrieve your ammo.
Nice.
I'm going to unlock tokens.
Thank you.
Boop.
Worm feed now.
Busy's checking out the red worm.
Okay.
I want to look in the hole, see what's in there.
So the hole looks, it's kind of crumbled up, more like a mole burrowing. Like it doesn't leave a tunnel that you could climb into. There are a few holes though that are, maybe they've been dug through enough times that they're kind of stable. You could maybe fit your head in it, but there's a chance you could get stuck. The holes are not wide at all. They're only maybe 8 or 9 inches tops.
Don't stick your head in a wormhole.
Yeah.
It's the first rule of Star Trek.
What could possibly go wrong?
Don't stick your head in a wormhole, son.
Busy's got his dagger out. He's checking out, seeing if these guys got any like glands or anything like that.
Make a nature check.
Glands.
Busy is fairly certain these things are probably extremely poisonous. As you're poking around, especially the one that Stefan killed, the bolt really ripped its face open, and so
Yep.
you can see 2 very large venom sacs that are recessed above its jaw.
Should have bought some vials. I don't have
Some
any.
vials, yeah.
Well, we can pour this healing potion out.
Yeah.
Anyone got some vials? We could put this in there. I
I
should have
got
bought
a
some.
water skin. I got to remember not to drink out if we do that.
Not sure if it'll hold this very well.
You probably never want to drink out of it again.
I don't have a vial, but I've got a rapier. And I go in
This
there.
had deadly toxin in it, but I rinsed it out. It's probably fine.
We can poke the rapier in the poison gland.
My face is numb. My heart stopped.
Maybe if we find
Whatever.
some further in, we can get these later.
Yeah, I have nothing empty at the moment.
Even if I had something empty, I don't think I'd mess with that.
I could do it. Let's move on, though.
Okay.
Can I just tip all my arrows in it?
You wanna go north?
Let's go north.
Okay. The group proceeds up north. The tunnel proceeds for about 30 feet before taking a sharp bend to the right. And looks something like this. I'm going to sync the view to be zoomed out here. And how did I do this before? I think it's shift. Yeah, that's right. So I do this like that. And then I do this like that. Yeah, I'm remembering how to do diagonals again. Okay. So you can see it takes a sharp turn to the right. There's still no light at all down here.
I have light.
I just mean
Follow the
like
light.
nothing here is lit.
Roger.
Okay. You proceeding down the tunnel?
Yep.
Okay. So the tunnel opens up into as soon as you see it, this looks like some sort of ancient burial room. You can see there are depressions that are carved into the stone floor all around the walls. They've got stone slabs laying atop them. It's apparently very old. As you're looking around, there are no obvious marks or carvings on any of these. There's just two circular raised edges on each of the slabs, but it doesn't appear to be any runes or identification, at least at a glance. There's a total of 6 tombs. There's 2 against each wall.
Wondering if those are containing those are lids to.
Oh, absolutely.
There's nothing
Lids
else in here though with regard.
probably don't want to lift.
So if there's one thing we want to do going into an undead cave, it's mess with tombs.
Yes,
Right?
exactly.
I get that same feeling of evil in this room.
Make an Arcana check or Arcana check.
Or the paladin, does he have detect good and evil?
He has divine sense.
That's the one.
He can sense Karnan. Sorry, I'm checking. I don't remember what you can detect here. That's divine smite. Wrong one. Divine sense. You can detect celestial fiends or undead within 60 feet of you.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
And it lasts, I think, for 10 minutes.
That might be worth casting. Is it concentration?
How many does he get? He gets a few a day, right?
He can do it 3 times per day.
Oh, I would definitely do it.
This is
Oh,
your place.
It's just for a turn. It's just for one
Oh.
turn.
Yeah, it just gives you like a one ping only.
Yeah, it's like a radar ping.
And it doesn't.
Was that
use a
Sean
spell
Connery on Red October?
Yes,
Yeah,
he
That's
said it
good.
was.
It took a second.
That's pretty good.
Stefan, as everyone's looking about the room, you hear a sound coming from behind. You call out an alert as you
I hear
realize
something.
something's coming. I'm going to reset initiative. Everybody, please roll for initiative.
I hope I'm super good at this. I'm okay at this.
Yeah, Stefan's perception, being in the back, actually paid off. Okay.
Sleep is nice.
He didn't go first, but it did
I
pay
don't have a
off.
lot of
He's
initiative.
too busy
tonight.
screaming.
Well, I'm just super creeped out by this room.
The silent scream.
All right. So, Nace, it's your turn. You're
Can
the
I
first
see
act.
anything down the
I'm
hallway?
gonna zoom out a little bit. From where you're at, yes, you do see it. So I'll go ahead and reveal it. Show. Okay.
Holy moly!
Sync. You see a
carrion crawler.
giant. It looks kind of like a centipede. It has like a bunch of bulbous sections of its body and a whole lot of legs. But the thing that really draws its attention to it is that it has just a collection of tentacles around a ringed, like parasitic mouth, and it's slithering down the corridor towards you guys.
Delicious.
And it clearly sees us, I'm assuming.
Even have a picture. It does seem to be aware of you. Here is what one looks like. There you go.
Yeah, we're going to kill that with fire.
Do it. Do it.
That's the new carrion crawler look.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, the old
I
one
don't
was
know.
more.
I like the Back Me one. So.
I'm assuming there's cover.
Sorry, I have to find the map. I've got a giant carrion crawler over the map now. Okay. No, it will not have cover for. Oh yeah, it'll have cover. It'll have cover because there's an ally in the way.
Wait, I can just move through the. Wait, let's see. That's 10, 15.
You could be
Yeah,
back where you
yeah.
are.
Yeah, let me just run through Weed all real quick and shoot it.
Okay.
Run him through.
Your range is
I
what, like
lost my character
120?
sheet. Yeah.
1, 2, see, 10, 20. Oh, it's in dim light. Can you see in the dark?
I don't have night vision.
Yeah, so it's in dim
Is it-
light. So you have disadvantage. It's concealed. Well, no, that's just light concealment. So -2 to hit.
Oh, so it is still -2 to hit. In that case, I'll
Because
just
the
stay where
light
I'm
source
at.
right now is Stefan. So
I should just stay where I'm at then.
Oh, right. Well, no, then you'd have -2 for cover and -2 for concealment. You'd still be
Oh,
better off
okay.
to scoot up. It's just Stefan's too far back. He's not lighting it up well. It's in dim light. An 11 misses.
And then it's all my movement to get back to here.
Okay, no problem. Weedall. Do you have dark vision?
Yes.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. The light spoils your dark vision. So.
All right. Well, I'm gonna run up to it.
Oh boy.
What? Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he can come back. Okay. You run up to it. It is in dim light, so you will have -2 to hit because it's concealed.
But I have dark vision, night vision.
But you are currently in torchlight, which is spoiling it. It'd be like wearing night goggles with the lights on.
Gotcha. All right. So -2.
Actually, it treats dim light as bright light. If you're out of the bright light, because the bright light extends 20 feet. The problem is 20 feet is you're still in 20 feet. So yeah, you are still in the radius of the bright light. So yeah, you can't use your dark vision. So -2 to hit.
If I had the movement, could I move through its?
No, it is filling the hallway.
All right, -2 to hit.
Fatty, look at that picture, man.
Yeah, this is a
I'll
big
just
old
take
fatty.
Rapier.
Oh, easily hit it with a 21.
In this case, I do not get sneak attack until level 3. So I will hit it.
Still good.
You do 9 points of damage. It is lightly wounded.
I'm going to disengage and use my feline agility.
Okay.
So I'm going to.
So disengage is a bonus action.
Yep. I'm
Okay.
going to get away.
Oh wow. You're
Gotta
gonna
get
haul.
away.
Yeah. Well, I would have
Okay.
60 feet, so I
Sure,
didn't quite
sure.
use it all.
Yeah, no problem.
And that's my turn.
Okay. Busy. You're next to act.
All right. He sees what's everyone's clamoring about, and shoots with the -2. I assume.
Yep. -2 for concealment.
All right. The firebolt blasts off.
And connects with a
square.
23.
Oh,
It's
I don't
easy
know
to
what-
hit the big guys.
Yeah. 5 more damage. Is now moderately wounded.
I don't know what
Man,
Busy
that's just
did during the
salt in the
off-season,
wound
but
right
he's
there.
great.
Yeah.
And he says, "You should probably back up."
Okay. It's the carrion crawler's turn. So, the carrion crawler slides up the tunnel.
Is it considered squeezing in there,
It's
or is
not.
it fine?
It's
Okay.
not. And
Good try. Good try.
Okay. Yeah.
oh boy, let's see. He
Says
makes
he-
2 attacks.
And it's
one
in
with tentacles
it's in
and one
bright
with
light,
bite.
which it's not used to. Its pupils haven't dilated, so
So it's going to multi-attack. First, it will
Oh.
attack with its tentacles, and then it's going to attack with its bite.
it's -.
So the tentacle
Oh.
attack is going to go at Stefan. And with a 21, it hits.
That is
Good.
Boo.
So that's going to do 1d4 plus 2 poison damage. So you take 5 poison damage. Just it's like getting stung by a jellyfish, really. And then you'll have a Constitution save, which I'm going to drop on you. And that's a natural 1.
Oh.
So
Oh.
failed that,
You feel bad.
That's right. You should have
which means you are
use
now
your
poisoned for the next
inspiration.
minute.
for saves.
And yeah, I probably would have used inspiration. That's probably fair. Whoops. Did I just apply paralysis to itself? I did. Hold on. I'm going to re-roll that save because that's actually probably a good idea. We'll burn your inspiration because that's definitely the kind of thing you burn inspiration for. Another con
Thank you.
save. Oh, yeah, natural 20. Okay.
A 1 and a 20. Perfect.
So
Yes.
you are not paralyzed and poisoned. Because you would have been paralyzed and poisoned for the next 10 rounds. So
Oof.
it's bad.
Nice.
That would have been awful.
Yeah, it's
Why do
really
you want
bad.
the front line again?
Okay. And then it will try to bite you.
Damn it.
And it misses with the bite, though.
Yeah,
So,
and you
You,
feel
you get this, like,
paralyzed.
it's like, "Gah!" Like it hurts whenever it wraps around your arm with the tentacles.
Isn't paralyzed just an auto crit?
Yeah, if you're
No,
no,
you have to still hit.
paralyzed it's not auto crit.
Oh, it's just advantage.
Yeah, it's just advantage.
But I thought you do auto crit when they hit, if you hit.
If you hit.
You'd have to look. I'd have to look at the conditions.
Yeah.
Gamelon, your turn. I'll look at the condition real quick. Paralyzed is incapacitated, can't move or speak, automatically fails strength and dex. Attack rolls have advantage. Any attack that hits the creature is critical if it's within 5 feet of the creature. Wow, yeah. So it is an auto crit if you hit. Damn. It's a really good thing Stefan did not get paralyzed then.
Moving on up.
Nice.
All right. Gamelon.
Moving up.
I don't see a
I don't see
movement
your
there.
movement either.
Oh, okay. Let me try it again.
Did you jag it or?
There it goes. Now I see it. Okay.
Yeah, whatever. Didn't
Gamelon
think
steps into the breach.
Hi, beastie. Come on. Here we go. We'll swing at her.
A 9 definitely misses.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Are you done?
Yep.
Okay. Go ahead and hit your next turn. Stefan, what will you be doing? So, if you leave its
Move away.
if
yeah,
you move away out of its range, then it will get an attack of opportunity
Unless you disengage.
unless you disengage. But if you disengage, you will not get to attack. Or you could just fire away and stay in.
Hope for the best.
Right.
It'll be fine.
But
Oh, I would recommend disengaging.
We got lots of range people, and if you move away, they
You could
shoot
also go
past your
rapier
square,
and-
too.
That's what I'm thinking. I
You're
think I
also,
need to get
because
out
you're
of
in melee,
way.
you could go rapier and hand crossbow and get 2 attacks.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna disengage and move back to the space next to Busy.
Okay, no problem. So you'll fall back 15 feet. Your disengage is your action, so that'll use up. You won't be able to attack, but you can safely move away from this thing without getting attacked. Okay, anything else?
Nope, next turn.
Okay. Karnan,
All right.
it's probably not a bad
So-
idea because this thing's pretty nasty. And you don't have great armor class.
Okay, so he is not in all that bad a shape yet. So I guess I want to range him or use my divine smite. To a
So you
melee.
can, okay, so that's actually a good point. So Divine Smite ordinarily is melee weapons only. However, you are a paladin of an elven deity and your path of the ancients. You can use your Divine Smite with a ranged attack.
Ooh,
Ooh, special DM rule. Like it. I
Well,
like it.
normally paladins can't get the archery fighting style either.
Yeah.
Right.
But it just fits the flavor of your guy.
You're an elven paladin. I figure this is what elven paladins do.
I'll take it.
Awesome.
All right, well, then I will move.
So you
See.
declare.
So he
Divine
will have
Smite.
cover unless you moved like in front of. If you moved in front of Busy or Stefan, that'd be
You
enough.
could also,
for him to not get
can he
covered.
shoot over me? Can these guys shoot over me? being small
You know
creatures?
what? Karna can shoot over you. Yeah, you're pretty small.
You can also move, shoot, and move back, so that way
Yeah.
you're out of the way for other people.
All right, so how do I use my
Whoops.
divine
Well,
smite?
You have to hit first.
Oh yeah.
Ah,
So
gotcha.
here's the thing: you don't have to decide to do it until you hit. So
Oh, okay.
That's
But if
why
you were-
if you do get a crit, Divine Smite. you'll
if
do a
you were
bunch of
crit
damage.
fishing, this would be a good time to use your inspiration. Just gonna say.
Oh, well, that would be a good idea. I haven't used it yet, so let me
Yeah.
use my
So
inspiration as
so
well.
get rid of your inspiration and give yourself advantage for this attack, which maximize the chances of getting that 20.
Advantage.
I would love to see a crit divine smite right now,
Oh, it would be.
I
awesome.
would too.
Oh.
but I'd settle for a hit. Okay. You hit it. Are you going to divine smite?
I am.
Okay, so on your character sheet, on your abilities, check one of your first level spells off. So there's just spell slots.
Should be close to the top.
On the abilities or on the skills?
On your actions tab. I'm sorry.
Actions. Okay.
Sorry.
Okay. See, I've got 2 spots.
Yeah, so just click
get
it. One of them will fill in. There you go.
Okay.
Now click the first effect on Divine Smite. The one that has a big thing. Yeah, so that added a 2d8 radiant. If the creature is undead or fiend, it does another radiant. Now, just apply the damage for your longbow, and it'll automatically add all those extra dice.
Oh,
There you go. You did
yes.
14 damage, heavily wounding it. Wow, 10 of that 14 came from the Divine Smite.
Okay, then at this point, I will. I think I will step back out of the way.
Okay,
Everybody else is
Nicely done.
looks good.
Got the firing
Okay.
line.
Next round starts. Nace, you're the first one to act.
Okay. I'll just move over one.
Jen's gonna be so bummed that it cuts the top of the shirt off.
It looks great though.
What's your camera, son?
Well, I'm gonna move over one so
It'll
I don't
screw
have
up my
cover.
green screen really bad.
I'm gonna try to hit with Eldritch Blast, which I haven't hit once with.
Oh,
And held up
My
the
turn
tradition.
now.
Wow.
And then I'm just gonna move way back.
Okay.
I'm just gonna get out of the way for everyone and call it just a rough day.
We
Okay.
doll.
I presume it doesn't have cover.
Weedle. It has cover right now for you with Gamelon in your way.
5 fat asses in your way.
All right, then I'll move here,
Then you're fine.
and I think you still have it targeted.
If you're
Yep.
going to be moving right back, you don't have to do the move.
Okay. Well, it's important because I don't have feline ability until I don't move around.
Your agility.
So
That's right. That's
yeah.
true.
So it's important. That it's, okay, so I'm just gonna attack.
A10, you whiff.
Hey,
We're-
let's air 5.
We're gonna
Oh, we
scare
missed.
him.
Gamelon's like, do you understand the principle here? You're supposed to
missed
hit
too.
it.
I hit
He
it the
missed
first
too.
time.
I am the wall they crash against. You're the crashing part. Okay. Busy. Busy's
He's
been on a roll. Yeah, he's been on a roll.
Ready. He starts cackling a bit as he starts.
Cackling.
Yep.
And
And
biff.
he gets too into it.
He flew too close to the sun.
Flew too close to the sun.
Oh.
He actually breathes in some dust and he starts coughing it, like shoots off wrong. Hits the wall.
Oh God. Okay.
Ugh. All right.
I feel like it sucked up some cat fur there.
The carrion crawler goes. So the carrion crawler immediately just crawls right up the ceiling and crawls right over the top. And
the vault or no?
he doesn't leave your attack range.
Oh right. Sorry, he just went over
He's just
there.
getting a better angle on you, and he will. Very few people have even hit it, so he will try to tentacle you.
So if he,
This is probably the one you want to.
yeah. that's what I was
If he
trying to-
hits you.
I was
Oh,
trying to
well, you're
say-
thinking if you want to do warding flare, right?
Yeah.
Oh.
The tentacles are the paralyzation ones. So
Yeah.
you probably.
Do you want to
Yeah,
warding flare
absolutely.
this?
Oh,
Okay,
oh,
so
wait,
that gives him
didn't-
disadvantage, right?
Yeah.
We actually have it's an effect you put on yourself, right? I think it's called grant disadvantage attack.
Yeah, you can make one of those.
No, I
Is it
thought we
only
made
for
him
one attack, or is it for the rest of
It's
the
only
turn?
for one attack.
Okay.
That. I think. Did that work?
You have to give it a roll, see if it works.
Isn't it supposed to be self?
But put it on. the
Yeah, you need to
carrion
put it on
crawler.
yourself. Yeah,
Yeah.
put it on yourself. I'm going to take it off the carrion crawler. You put it on yourself, and that way the next attack on you will.
I do this.
There you go. Perfect. So now when I attack, it'll give him disadvantage automatically. And disadvantage, and it dropped to 20,
Oh,
so it would have crit. But it does hit you for. It shocks you for 5 poison damage, and then there's a Constitution save. Is there anything you want to do
It's a
before
good
I
time
roll
for
it?
inspiration.
Do you want advantage on this? Do you want to use your inspiration, or just take the straight roll?
I'll go it. Well, so wait, which one? It's a con save?
Yes.
I'll use the advantage. Why not?
Okay.
You only rolled one.
Yeah, roll a second one.
You had to, yeah.
You have to click the advantage first. 15 is enough. You are not paralyzed.
Woo.
That's going to be the first one I'm going to do. Advantage save. And let's see, it's one. I guess it could just be round. I have to figure out the formula for that one. I need to make an effect for advantage on your next save. Okay, then it'll try to bite you. And the bite misses with a 13. All right, and Gamelon, it's your turn to respond.
Oh,
It's big enough that even stuck to the ceiling, you can still reach it.
still reach it, can I? Oh, I'll just go ahead and swing.
Okay.
I'm targeted. Yeah, I do.
Damn.
A 20, you hit
Nice.
for 7 more damage. Still moderately wounded, I believe.
Good job.
Oh, no,
everyone,
it's
for
heavily
hitting.
wounded. It's
Starts
heavily
bleeding.
wounded. Stefan's the moderately wounded one. Okay, Stefan, it's your turn.
Only in his head.
So I'm attacking with my heavy crossbow.
Okay. You let the heavy crossbow go at that carrion crawler. You hit with a 20. And do
There you go.
10 damage. It's now critically wounded.
Nice.
You sent a bolt straight into it. Perfect shot.
For a bonus action, can I cast my hunter's mark?
Oh, you can. I believe Hunter's Mark is a
Oh.
bonus.
It
Yeah,
is a
it's a
bonus
bonus action.
Normally, you
So-
want to do that before you
Now,
attack.
I want to tell you this, though, because this is just going to be a little tip. Because it's critically wounded, I don't think this one...
Not gonna make this round.
how long can he maintain the
Fair enough.
concentration for it?
1 hour.
1 hour. Well, you'd be able to use it for the next hour. So it wouldn't necessarily be a bad idea. But you
But
might...
also, if you used it before you attacked, you could add that damage now.
Yeah, what I would do is... I would say, starting with your next combat, lead off with Hunter's Mark, and then you'll have it for an hour.
All right.
Because I think this is about to die anyway, so I wouldn't use your spell slot yet.
Thank you.
Okay.
Next turn.
And speaking of which, I need to check off one of your spell slots because you cast Goodberry earlier. Okay, Karnan, it's your turn.
All right. He is already targeted, and he's on the ceiling, so I will.
You hit with a 15 because you have plus 7 to hit.
It's amazing.
So take that.
Yeah.
9, that's enough to kill it. Okay, so after a heavy crossbow bolt slams into it, followed by one of the arrows from his longbow, it starts to shrivel up, and you guys hit something vital. It shivers and shakes and then drops down to the ground.
I looked at it and said, "Carry on."
God.
God damn. It's so painful. God. It sucks because that one's pretty good, but I'm so saturated with them that I can't appreciate the good ones anymore.
And now he says them with disadvantage.
Oh, God.
That'd be a critical pun.
Okay. All right, tokens are unlocked. I'm going to go ahead and clear the initiative.
I'm going to try to not roll any d20s.
Okay. Stefan has 5 points of damage. By the way, you could eat 5 good berries and heal that. It'd take you 30 seconds or so, but you could eat 5 of your good berries to heal that damage.
Sounds
Can I
good.
lay on hands to the damage so he keeps his good berries?
Oh wait.
Well,
I'm ready.
the good berries are 1 hit point per round, whereas your lay on hands, you could give someone 10, just like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, you now have
It's probably
10.
better to use the good berries first. Actually,
Yes.
you have 10 good berries. You could give 5 to Gimelon, you'd both be full health.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Nom nom nom.
As they're eating, Busy's
Good.
telling them to shine the light at the slab here as he's gonna check it over, see what it's all about.
Don't mess with those, son.
He's just looking.
Okay.
He's not
So
opening.
5.
I only got 2
Gonna
spells.
heal Stefan
But
from the
you
good
need light?
berries.
I can just cast light on
5.
something you have.
Gamelon from the good berries. Okay.
Here, I'll cast light on your arm,
Tool.
your new shield, Busy.
All
I'll
right.
go check this wall, Jason, because we've
You have a
already seen that
flashlight.
there are secret places in this place. and-
Okay. Investigation from Weedle. What are the other people
Yeah.
doing? One more time. I was
My-
busy.
Checking
I'm a
the slab.
beacon of light.
Okay. Busy's checking the slab. Investigation.
I was wondering if my divine sense will allow me to.
So when you trigger the
There's
divine
undead in
sense,
there.
you will see any undead, fiends, or celestials that are within 60 feet of
60
you.
feet. Perhaps even if they're contained within a tomb.
It is blocked by certain things. I think it's a foot of stone, an inch of lead, 2 feet of earth, stuff like that.
Gotcha.
I feel like I'm investigating.
Okay. What are you investigating, Stefan?
You know, I'm looking for any signs of orcs or goblins.
Okay, that's tracking. Survival, trackings. So far, you have not found any orc sign at all. It doesn't seem like orcs or goblins have come down here. At least.
No orcs or goblins so far. Just letting you guys know.
Busy.
There's one.
It looks like you could open these tombs, but as you're looking, as you're examining the lid, there's no dust around the seam. This has been opened.
He'll say that and be like, "No dust, no dust. Someone's opened this before."
And you can confirm pretty quickly that it looks like all of these lids have been opened.
Let them be.
I mean, if someone's opened something before, maybe they've put something valuable inside.
Or
Maybe
they
they're
put a body in.
Jack in the boxes.
I would think it more likely they took the valuables out.
I like his. I like
That
his
could be.
Dun, 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 dun.
But Weedle, there could be shinies. And he'll step away.
No shinies.
I'm stepping away.
There are no shinies. Let us leave this room.
There's no shinies, Weedle.
Oh,
Okay, are you guys leaving?
I didn't find anything on this wall, did I?
That Weedle opened them.
You're just looking at that wall at random.
Yep.
No,
Searching the.
no, you found no shinies.
Are you saying the dark presence won't be within these? Don't we need to get rid of that too?
These people are lying. There are no shinies on that wall.
Can you hand Weedle a good berries?
All right. As you head south out of the chamber, you arrive back at the initial entrance chamber. Are you going east or south?
East.
Sure. He who dealt it.
Okay. I'm going to share sync client view. 10, 20, 30, 40, about there. And you can also see to there. And let's see, hold shift. That's like this. Another one of those angled passages.
We don't want to go down there. Carrion crawlers go down angled passages.
Okay.
I'm just going to make a quick check to see if there's any indication of travel on any one of these 3 paths.
Survival check. It's tracking.
Did it roll?
It did not. Alright. Oh, Stefan's in the back, isn't he? I don't remember where everybody's at. We'll fix it later. No. Does not look like there's been any travel.
Then we head north.
Okay. You head up to the north and stop there, and everybody roll for initiative.
Oh, geez.
As you reach the top of the room, it's just a small barren chamber with stalagmites everywhere. And as soon as you step in, you are confronted by a large number of skeletal warriors.
Oh, this is my jam.
Maybe they won't attack me as a zombie.
That's the spirit. Okay, it's lock tokens and share sync view. Okay. So there are 5 skeletal warriors in the room. As soon as you step in, they just all sort of eerily turn. There's no sound coming from them. They just turn, and you just hear a creaking of bones and armor as they start to rustle towards you.
My initiative is.
I did not roll your initiative. My bad. Let's see if Stefan can actually have a decent initiative this time. Better than suck. All right. Weedall is the first person to act.
Am I able to shoot over busy at skeleton number 5 without cover?
Yeah. Yeah, he's short.
Then I will do that.
Crit.
Nice.
Wow. All right. 8 points of damage, heavily wounding it. So.
And I think these guys are gonna funnel down there. I'm gonna move back there.
Okay.
That'll give Busy a place to step into if he needs to.
Okay.
That's it.
All right. Stefan, you're the next person to act. What do you want to do?
Oh boy. Maybe I'm gonna move up
Can move.
and left 1.
Yep.
And then shoot the guy straight ahead in front of Gamelon. Can I do that?
You can. He will have cover.
Shoot the other guy. He's wounded.
Yeah.
If you go after skeleton 5, you can shoot over busy without penalty.
I'm gonna shoot at that guy.
Okay. Is this with heavy crossbow?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Also, a bonus action for Hunter's Mark before you attack.
Oh, yeah.
lets you apply the damage.
That's right. I was just talking about that. Okay, so
Thank you.
we'll burn a first level slot. We'll cast
I have
Hunter's
Hex,
Mark.
so you remind me.
Boop. That's on yourself. And I think that's backwards the way we used to do it, isn't it? Didn't we used to
Used
put it on the
to
target?
shift drag it onto the target.
You're
and then
right.
Only...
You're right. Okay, hold on. Let's do that correctly then. Where is Stefan? Effects. Remove that. Okay, put that back. I also need to name it. It's not named correctly. It's annoying. Hunter's Mark. That way we can tell what's doing it. Okay. Close, and then it was shift drag onto there. Did it do it right?
Looks good.
Yeah, that's perfect. Okay. So now all of your attacks against that thing should have bonus damage to them. Okay, so did I roll a hit already? I did not.
Nope.
Okay, rolling the hit. You got a 13 hits. Whew, that +7 really squeaked it out there. And then you'll do a total. Wow! 14 damage with 1 hit, killing it. Okay.
Yeah.
Drop that one. Any more movement?
Can I change my mark, or have I used it?
It's a bonus action to change your mark, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
So
believe
next
so.
turn,
You can do that next turn.
next
yeah.
turn you can use a bonus action to put your mark on something else.
All right. Next turn.
Next turn.
And if you move out of that space, people can still shoot over top.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
you double back to where you
move
were.
out of there.
Okay.
I want to get out of the way.
So you just drop back to where you were. I feel like I should make that effect for Hunter's Mark last an hour. Expend. I should have set it to never expend, right?
Pretty much. I mean, you can make it last an hour, but you're pretty much going to
It's
tell
set
them when it's
Yeah.
over.
never,
You're
right?
not gonna
Yeah.
do 60
Yeah.
turns.
I just mean so that way it stays on him the whole time.
Yeah.
But it'll Does it drop off when the creature he killed dies? It did. Yeah, it dropped off when the creature he killed died.
The only thing is that you have to remember to give him a check if he gets hit when he doesn't have anyone targeted. But
Sure. But we'd have to do that anyway. Okay. Let's see. It is. Oh, that's the end of his turn. Busy.
oh, I was expecting for something to come into my face and attack me.
Oh, that's right. You guys can't tell when the skeletons go.
Yeah. I mean 11, and there's 4 enemies. So he will. That one seemed to go down pretty fast, so he's not going to get fancy yet. Or yeah. So he pumps up the fire and shoots at the closest guy.
Oh. Oh.
And he got too overzealous again.
Yeah. Yeah. He's definitely getting
It's like-
overconfident here. I don't need anything special for these.
Weedle's gonna yell up, I'm gonna change your name to Missy.
That's my cousin's name.
What?
And then he kind of hunkers down, bringing up his shield, being a bit of a front line here.
Okay. All right. Skeletons go. The first skeleton will go. Let's see, 5, 10, 15, 20.
Trips
It
over a
just
bone and breaks his nose.
shambles up to Busy and attacks with a short sword. Missing with a 14. And that'll be its turn.
Beautiful.
Karnan, you're next.
All right.
Keep shooting them.
Yes. I'll step up to 5 so I can shoot over Busy.
Sure.
Is it showing me moving up to 5?
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't move you. I just assumed you're going to move afterwards. So
Oh, yeah.
I'm just going to assume you're at that 5-foot spot.
Gotcha. Okay.
I'll approve the move when you're finally done.
Gotcha.
But here, I can move you if it's less
No,
confusing.
that's fine. No.
Okay. And a 12 is not
Oh,
enough.
whiff.
Mm.
They are
It does
ace.
indeed.
They have
Move
13
back.
armor class. Okay.
We really need to move back farther, like towards the doorway.
Oh, yeah? Well, I can certainly
That way,
do
instead of
that.
passing over each other, we can just.
Uh,
Okay. Is that your turn?
I believe that would be my turn.
Okay, Nace. What are we going to do?
I'm going to try to make contact for once.
Okay.
Gonna fail,
Wow.
and I'll get out the way behind Gamelon.
He used to be burning holes in people and stuff.
I'm not used to this like control
New power,
business. It's confusing.
trying to control his
Okay.
new power.
Okay, Skeleton 3 goes. I'm going to keep it simple. Skeleton 3 is just going to march over to Busy and attack
Do I
with a
get
short sword.
partial cover from the
I'll
corner?
give you partial cover because of the wall
Alright.
being in the way. Yeah. Effects, not effects, modifiers. Modifiers. Here we go. Can I put cover on the bar? I can't. Damn it. That'd be nice. Cover. Short sword. Attacking Busy. With a 16 because of cover, he misses.
Nice.
Well,
Nice.
yeah. He gets the shield in the way.
Yeah.
Testing out, field testing the new shield he's turned
Well, at
into
least the
his-
shield works.
Yeah.
Hey, that shield is a flashlight right now
All
too.
right. Skeleton 4. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 feet. It'll move down to attack Gemelon. Anything before I roll?
He's attacking me.
Yep.
Yeah, let's go ahead and do this.
Okay, warding flare.
Actually, no.
No.
Skeleton.
Okay.
Oh,
He whiffs with a 7.
Thought
And
so.
Gemelon, it's your turn.
We see once again.
Are you debating using what I think you're debating using? Yep. Channel Divinity. Fail, fail, fail. They all fail their saving throws.
Nice.
Turn undead.
And undead. Run away.
Channel
2d10,
Divinity.
3.
Gain. Short or long rest. Da, 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 da.
It's 2d10.
Oh no, he's doing his damage one.
Oh, my bad.
Mhm.
That's probably better use actually.
Yeah, I'm sure
Think
it's
so.
much better.
Are
So
they
how much
making
is
him
it?
run?
2d10 plus cleric level.
2d10 plus 2.
Wow.
15.
So that should be
15 and they all failed.
Oh,
You just obliterate the rest of them?
didn't I add this effect for you? I thought a thing where you can just click the damage.
Oh, sorry, you did here.
Yeah, like that. There you go. Bam! They're all critically wounded, but it was supposed to do 13.
15.
Oh,
It's
should have
where is
plus
that?
2 on that one as well.
Yeah. Why didn't it have the +2?
Probably isn't coded for the level.
I'm trying to find the damage. Oh, here's the damage effect. Oh, I just need to put +2. There you go. Now it's +2. I'll just do 2 extra damage to each one of them. Oh, which will actually kill them all.
Oh, that was awesome.
You see the glory of Tyr.
Yeah.
So what does that look like, Ganelon?
It looks like a banishing of all darkness in the area, a radiant bright light from the mace. Blinding light.
And Nace goes, that! Like that!
After which, there's nothing but piles of bones.
Yeah, as the light just erupts from your holy symbol, it just burns through them, and as it just blasts away, the bones just disintegrate into nothing, and as it collapses, it's just the armor and rusty weapons they had is all that's left. The skeletons are erased; they no longer exist. There's like a weird whoa, like a warble goes through the air as it settles, and then it's just calm and back to still, and
And
nothing
then I
is
step into
alive.
the room.
Izzy's like going at it with his eyes being like trying to blink a bit.
I just want to stare at my hand and kind of smack it a little bit and be like, "Wake up!"
Yeah, come on, guys.
Weedle's like, that was a lot of skeletons. That was a skeleton of skeletons.
A ton.
Just waiting on that one.
Fail.
You'll have to teach me how to do that light trick. That was pretty neat.
You need only worship the appropriate gods and devote your life to them, my son.
That sounds like a lot of work, but maybe.
So what's down here?
Advance into the room.
Oh, I can reveal the rest of the room. Sorry about that.
The hidden entrance or whatever.
Yeah, you can see there's actually a door down there.
That's a worthless door.
It's the escape path.
Yeah, I suppose so.
This used to be a bedroom.
You think there's one across the hall?
It's a good call.
Hey, I wanna be careful going through here and see if like there's any pits as I'm going.
Okay.
You mean worm pits?
Like I almost fell in a pit before. Like I want to keep going down like slowly and just kind of. I'll take my staff and push down really hard, like hit it and see if it.
Okay. Real quick, I'm gonna lock tokens and everybody roll initiative.
Oh
Okay.
my goodness.
Goodness. Oh, great. This is not my fast night.
There we go. There's a good one from Stefan. So as Nace is walking down to look at the door opens.
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
And apparently the noise of the fighting has attracted more skeletons.
More skeletons. I should have saved that for this group.
Okay, but Stefan is the first person to act. And the reason we're rolling initiative instead of surprise is because Stefan heard him coming. So
Yay, Stefan.
So I am gonna go up 1 and over 4.
Like
To the left, yeah, up 1 and left
like
4.
over like so you're behind Nace? Like at the top of that tunnel?
Yep.
Okay.
I'm gonna shout, duck.
I love it.
And
You can use your
hope for the
bonus
best.
action for that hunter's mark too.
Yeah, bonus action for Hunter's Mark.
Thank you. Yep, that. Doing that.
Hunter's Mark onto that skeleton. And he will have cover, but
Okay.
your archery will offset it. So is this heavy crossbow, I assume?
Yes.
Okay, heavy crossbow at skeleton 2. Missed with a 12.
All right, and then I'm gonna
Missed
back
because of the
up.
cover.
Yeah, fair enough. I'm gonna back up 2 spaces.
Okay. Whoops. Right there.
And end my turn.
Okay, clear a little hole there.
Thank you.
All right. Karnan.
All right. Just shoot from where I'm at.
17 easily hits.
Attaboy.
Critically wounding one for 10 damage. So you turn around and just whip an arrow into it, heavily damaging it.
And then run away.
Okay? Move.
You do know that most creatures can move 6 squares.
That is true.
Yeah, so you want to go at least 2 or 3 more squares away.
Yeah, the average creature is going to move 6 squares with its turn.
Okay.
Good.
See, here's a.
Good to know.
I guess I can do that. I can move some more.
Yeah, you have plenty of movement. You need to move there to make sure they can't get adjacent to you. Okay. Gimlon.
That's to here.
Okay.
Target that fellow. And as an experiment,
He succeeded on his dexterity save. Still does half damage, right? Or no?
No, it's a
No, it
cantrip.
doesn't. That's right. It's cantrip.
no, it does not.
But the tunnel is sufficiently blockaded. Weedall.
All right.
Okay.
You're not wanting to help your friend?
Nope. I'm just rip over here.
No, you're not Rip. You've got help over there.
You just didn't want your sneak attack.
Oh, it's true. You're giving up sneak attack here.
That's a good point. I screwed that up.
Do you want to move over behind him instead?
No, because
Nope.
I hit.
Hit.
You would've hit there, too.
For 9, killing it.
15. I'll move there.
Okay.
Oh, sorry.
Busy. Your turn.
All right. He looks at Gamma, is like, use that light thing if there's too many, but maybe we'll take him down first.
24. He's back on the wagon. Oh, that was almost a 10. For 4 damage, moderately wounding, skeleton 3.
Anyways, it looks like you got this, big guy. And he-
Awesome.
Uh,
You got this,
yeah.
big guy.
I got
Oh, one more.
Oh, how easily they crumble.
Looks like you got this. That's great.
Well, I'm
Okay.
just gonna pull out my
Nice.
fancy dagger.
Fancy knife.
Hey,
21 hits.
Well, you know what? Sometimes the magic just
The
doesn't
wrong,
work.
we're using the right tool for the job. 7 damage. You
Holy
heavily
moly.
wound it. So
That's
the
awesome.
blade just slashes through its rib cage. All right. Skeleton 1. Which one's skeleton 1? Oh, there it is. It'll go ahead and attack. You're going to have cover. It attacks with a short sword at Nace. And crits.
Oh, jeez.
Dang it.
For 5 damage. That's about the worst
Oh,
crit I could
wow.
roll.
It,
I got
you
it.
crit through the wall. That's why it was like
Yeah.
takes off part of
Yeah,
the
so it's
corner
about
of the
to
wall.
crit, and it swings, and it's level straight at your throat, and the blade catches in the wall, and so it just like stops short and hits. It would have taken your head off probably. Skeleton 2. I guess we'll attack with a short sword. Crit. No, I'm just kidding. Hit with a 23 though.
You're
And,
allowed to roll lower than 19.
not
At least
on
he's rolling
damage rolls
terrible on
apparently.
damage, though.
I got a 1, so you took 3 damage from that. So they both connect, but they're just grazing blows. All right, Skeleton 3 will just barrel ahead and attack Gemelon with a
Bring
short
it.
sword.
Loading.
Any flare?
No.
Okay. 13 misses. Okay, and Skeleton
You
4
don't waste powerful skills on skeletons.
goes
That's a lot.
and will
Not flaring.
go one more. And he will attack with his short sword on Gimelon. 17 misses. Damn. Okay. He is hard to
Nice.
hit. All right, that's the round. Stefan, you're up.
I'm gonna Hunter's Mark that dude in front of Nace.
He's
Yeah, you
already
already got
marked.
him.
You've already
Yeah.
got him marked.
All right. Then
I'm
gonna
glad. I
move-
like that you're picking your hunter's mark target though. All right.
So I'm
Crossbow.
gonna move right. Yep.
Oh,
Right
okay.
behind Nace.
Oh, okay. Perfect.
And yeah. Maybe I'll shoot the healthy guy. I think I'm gonna shoot the healthy guy.
No, you want to shoot the
You
one
want
you
to
marked.
Shoot the one you had marked.
Oh right, yeah, of course, that's what you guys
And
passed.
creatures with 1 hit
Good
point
job.
do as
You
much
hit with a
damage as
23.
creatures with
Good job.
1,000.
You guys all passed.
And you do
A lot of damage.
Oh, it's
12
done.
damage, murdering it.
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah.
That one drops.
So
Now,
it's
you have a bonus action you haven't used. You could apply your hunter's mark to the next one right now.
I would like to do that.
Okay. There we go.
And
That guy.
next turn.
Okay. And next. Okay. Karnan. Clear shot at 4. Yeah.
Aw.
So that didn't happen. That
Run away.
was a pretty bad miss.
How much damage did you do? None.
Okay. Gemelon. The brick.
The brick. Scroll up.
Woo.
Oh,
Nope.
no.
7 does not connect.
All right. Move.
Nice. Keep him from moving away.
Blink.
Open up the
Weedall.
shots.
Question: does disengage action disengage you from all enemies?
Yes.
Yes.
All right, then Weedall will move here.
Foreign and domestic.
I like it. And he will.
I'm sorry we're
rapier-
running long, guys. We'll be done as soon as this combat finishes. 12 misses.
Jokes on you, this combat will never finish.
Okay,
Not
we
that
don't.
nothing I can do yet, so I'm going to disengage and move back.
Okay. Sounds good. Busy.
He steps out. He's like, "You're doing great." As he up.
9.
We'd all,
Uh,
Good thing isn't though.
Neil,
He starts
thanks a lot,
banging on
man.
it.
yeah, we'd all says we don't.
I gotta fucking go to bed at some time here.
Nah.
Look, I'm rolling just fine. This combat's gonna end. Nace.
He's dancing.
I'm circling.
Oh, I see. Okay. Nice. Pivot around. Are you still using your dagger?
Hell yeah! I'm in melee.
A 20, you
Getting
hit.
used to it.
I'm super
Nice.
good at this.
8,
Feels really
heavily
good.
wounded. He's taking a level of rogue now.
Perfectly
Like,
balanced
man, I'm
dagger.
done with this.
I'm
Bring it.
exploring my powers. That's not what I meant.
The pew pew wasn't working. It's stabby stab.
Okay, skeletons go. So it's going to swing its short sword back at Nace. Missing with a 9.
Sweet.
And
Oh.
it will pivot around you as well. And it's just circling. And
dancing.
move to skeleton 3, which will move to the side
Bring it, punk.
and go after Gemelon. I'm assuming no ward unless you say so.
No ward.
Okay, 22 hits
Arr, he's got some meat on him.
for 7 damage, moderately wounding Gemelon.
I don't think he does.
And that's his turn. And then skeleton 4 will attack with the short sword and misses with an 11.
Bang.
Okay. Round 3. Stefan's first.
Oh shit.
Oh shit.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm pretty confident that Stefan wants to kill that one. And he would want to get rid of cover.
Yes.
So I assume he'll move. Oh, there he is. So he moves up to where he has a clean shot. He's going to shoot his crossbow at point blank range.
Mhm.
And do super awesome.
For
Yeah.
13, hitting just barely. For should be a lot. 14
Oh,
damage,
yeah.
killing it.
She whiz.
Yeah.
Oh,
Stefan's on cleanup. Stefan's gonna have undead as a favorite enemy next.
Yeah.
Okay.
Really liking that new heavy crossbow.
Yeah, he's definitely working the
Yeah.
crossbow.
Yeah.
Okay, and I guess might as well apply Hunter's Mark. Well, yeah, might as well apply Hunter's Mark to the next one. Hunter's Mark. Boop. There we go. Okay. In turn. Okay, Karnan. You got a clean
Alright,
shot at 4.
so we will take it.
23. Easily hit. For 10, critically wounding it.
Nice.
It's a nice hit. Gimelod.
Oh, yeah?
Surrounded, but not hurt. Well, I guess hurt a little bit.
A little bit. A little bit.
Shaken, but not
23
stirred.
hits. For 4 more, dropping the top one. So you smash it with your mace.
It's vulnerable to his mace.
Yeah, that's right.
Boink.
It took 8 damage, not 4. Wow. When you hit him, it goes pretty well. Weedall.
I'm just gonna run down there and rapier attack him and run back, so I'm not gonna move.
Okay.
Oops, I just untargeted him.
I've learned a thing about skeletons.
16 hits. You get your sneak attack.
Get sneak attack and damage.
That killed it. Okay, you drop the last skeleton. As you kill the last one, it crumbles to the ground. Silence finally falls over the cavern again. You wait.
And 10 more skeletons.
Everybody's standing at the ready. Stefan's watching. And Stefan looks over and he goes, "Clear."
There.
And we'll stop there.
Wink.
Oh,
Hey, real quick, I want to do a cure wound on myself.
fine.
And question now that we're out of the
tokens.
game. Do skeletons take half damage resistance from piercing?
No, they don't. That's an old Beckme
That's an
thing.
old rule.
They used to.
It honestly makes them pretty tough, and it's something that I kind of would almost bring back. I think it's a little weird, but whatever, it's fine.
It's not weird at all. You've got a piercing weapon on an enemy who's only half there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I will say that if you smash a skeleton with, say I'm sure that if I took a cadaver skeleton and poked it with a long spear, it would fuck it up really bad. So as long as I hit a bone, I'm sure it would fuck it up. So, matter of fact, if you think about it, putting concentrated force on a bone is probably just as good, if not better, than a
Sword.
narrow slashing force.
Okay, so those open crypts that we saw obviously were raised by this evil cleric. This dude has some power. That's a lot of minions he has.
All right, so I am sorry we ran long. I normally try and have us done by 30 minutes after, but the skeleton fight was going great, and I didn't want to start the next game with here come 5 more skeletons. So, as you'll discover, there's a chamber just to the south where those skeletons came from. So,
I imagine so.
it's a joined fight.
That was fun.
Awesome, great game. Look forward to playing next week. For those of you watching the YouTube, we play on Wednesday nights at 8 Central. Like to have more people here. Talk to you later. Bye.